Good morning, y'all. We bike. Yes. If y'all can come in, tap the screen, tap the screen. So we have we got a story that I want to talk about. We are gonna have another live later on about Nolan Wells. So just we're gonna talk about that as well today. But guys, this story has been going viral. It's been going viral on it's been going viral on Facebook, on TikTok. Good morning, Asia, Alicia. Good morning. Yes, very wild story, very much so wild story. So this mother shot a 20-year-old man over her 13-year-old daughter. So what happened was apparently this 13-year-old, and I won't, say her name or anything like that. I just put the picture up because they had already had it out. The police had already put it out. Good morning, Miss Angie. Good morning. Hey, Lady Slay, my beautiful mod in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Guys, if y'all can, make sure you come in, hit your daily heart meet. Let's tap the screen. I think this is going to be a good topic to talk about. I want to see what you guys think about it. Of course, you guys can come up and just, once we get the peoples in and get the live going. I did just get on live. So hey Lainey, thank you so much for my daily heart me beautiful. How you doing? Hey Miss Pretty, thank you for my daily heart me beautiful. Yes, my ladies is coming in the building. Hey ladies. Hey. Hey y'all. Yeah, so this story again was going viral on Facebook, and what happened was the mother came in the house about 1:30 in the morning, and she stated that she felt like somebody was in the house. Hey, thank you, Miss Pretty, thank you, beautiful. She stated that somebody was in the house, so apparently the little 13-year-old and snuck this 20-year-old in the house, and while her mom was gone. Hey CB, hey Bree, hey C Breeze, how you doing? Thank you so much, God. Thank God for another day, baby. Yes, yes. Good morning, Charlotte. And so what happened was, she had told her daughter, I guess she had been sneaking him or some other people in the house or whatever. I think it was him. I'm not for sure, but she was sneaking him in the house or whatever while she was gone. And so when she got home, she said she realized it was, she felt like it was somebody in her house, and she said she came in. They said she came in the house, and she said, "Who the fuck is in my house? Who the fuck is in my house?" Right? And they said once and that's why I want y'all to come up, because I want y'all opinion, because a lot of people are saying it's her fault, but she was wrong, but some people saying she was right. So I want to hear from y'all, because I don't really, I'm I'm a little lost on that one, so I would love to hear what y'all think. So she ended up finding him under the bed or whatever. Now they was kind of going back and forth, and he was leaving out of the house. Apparently, he was walking down the thing, and they was kind of going back and forth, and I don't know what happened. Something happened in between that, and she shot him in the back of the head. That's what was being reported. Okay. Good morning, Jam. Good morning. And so now she is being charged with first degree murder. Okay, she's being charged with first degree murder. And some people are conflicted. Some people are saying that she's wrong. Some people are saying that she's right. That they would protect their 13-year-old child if they seen some man under the bed or whatever the case may be, or whatever. So that's pretty much what's going on. And again, I kind of just wanted to hear what y'all thought about. You said laws are strict, right? Right, understandable, very very much so, very much so. So but yeah, you said child invited him in. Yeah, yeah. Apparently she did. So and but a lot of people are like not looking at her age, I guess. Or people are looking at the age different that, she's 13 and he's 20, and that he shouldn't have been, some people are saying that he shouldn't have been messing with her or whatever. So you said for me, the fact that he was walking away, he was leaving. Yeah. I mean, she could have shot him in the leg though. I was like, why she shoot him in the head? Like she couldn't have shot him in the leg. You know what I'm saying? Make a nigga scared. Like, don't bring your ass back over here no more type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would have got charged with assault or something. I don't. And the internet is up in the uproar. The people's is upset. His people's is upset, and things is, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what y'all thought about that. I'm conflicted because at the end of the day, I'm thinking about this baby being 13, and y'all, I know y'all are saying that she invited him in, but what was he telling her that, you know what I'm saying? He shouldn't even been talking to her. That's the thing. She shouldn't have been talking to him, and he shouldn't have been talking. He shouldn't have been talking to her. He's the grown person in this situation, though. And that's another thing. That's where I don't like sometimes when we try to adultize these children too soon, because she, now is it partially her fault that this man, you know, got, unalive? Yeah, because this is apparently not the first time that this didn't happen. This didn't happen several times. And her mama told her, the next time I catch somebody up in my house, I'm gonna do them one. And apparently that's what she did. She did them one. Hey Katie. Hey. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Rena. Thank you, babes. You said mama guilty. Okay, Sea Breeze. I feel you, friend. You said mama guilty. I understand. I'm just, I'm torn because I'm just, I feel like, yeah, if he was walking away, like, that was too much, bruh. Like, did you have to do it in the back of this man's head? Like, bruh, damn. You know what I'm saying? I am too. I am too, girl. Girl, I'm too. I'm conflicted too. I promise you on that. I don't know what to hell. You said, did you see the pictures of the 13? Girl, no, I don't even want to see them. Beautiful Jess. Girl, I don't want to see them pictures. Ooh, no. Of a child? That's child pornography, ain't it? I mean, ooh, Lord, why did I say that on here? Uh, 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 I might have to, restart because I done fucked around and said something. Don't put F1. No, don't put F1. Y'all just tap the screen. Just tap the screen and send like some roses or something. Don't put F1. That don't work. They said that don't work. That don't do nothing. Corn friend. I know. I was talking freely to y'all. and I'm sorry. My mouth be, I be forgetting I be on live with y'all sometimes because y'all became my friends. No, some of y'all anyway. But yeah. Hey Super. Hey fam. Hey babes. And what you doing? I'm finna be over there in a minute. I'm finna come over there to the clip land. We finna talk about Bossy. But yeah, y'all, that was one of the topics that uh oh my god. But yeah, y'all, I'm finna say, I don't know, I'm finna say y'all ain't really into this topic right here right now. I done hurt my finger again, y'all. Shooky. Hey, Silicone. Hey. How you doing? Good morning, y'all. Y'all come in, tap the screen. You said she could have unalived the daughter. He could have unalived the daughter. I mean, he could have. He could have. But, I mean, apparently he didn't come there for that. Apparently he came there for something else. Is what he came in there for. Good morning to everybody coming in. Y'all come in, tap the screen, tap the screen. We talking about this topic right here. I don't know if you guys have seen this story that broke yesterday. This happened in Memphis. Shout out to Memphis. Y'all, what's going on? Hey V. Hey V. Good morning to everybody. Good morning. It's breakfast. Lost track of time, but we had a ball. We gonna get into a little bit of Nolan Wells on this live in a few, but I wanted to talk about this this case that just happened yesterday. Thank you so much, Pretty. I appreciate you so much, love. If y'all can, help Pretty out with some gifting for me, please. I really appreciate it. I really would appreciate it, y'all. I said if y'all help me get rich off of TikTok, I said I'm buying some land in Arkansas and I'm gonna put some tiny houses on it. So whenever y'all come to Arkansas to visit, because all the famous peoples is here right now, then y'all can come and stay on my land and come and get. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can come get y'all some free. Okay, just pay back for it, for being so gracious and things or whatever. You said free Scott. Okay, Monty. Monty said free Scott. She said free Scott. Okay. You said it said all the way around. It is. It is. It is. What you say? Sponsored by JR Security. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, babe. Tyra, what happened? Okay, so this happened in Memphis. What happened was, this happened yesterday, guys. So the mother, this is 36-year-old Tamika Scott, and she ended up shooting this young man right here because he and he's on the live, unfortunately. She found him under her daughter's bed when she came home, I think either from work or I don't know where she came home from. But it was about 1:30. And she walked in the house, and you are Grammy, okay? Shout out to I love Memphis, we right down the street from each other, so you know what I'm saying? So what happened was she ended up coming home and she found him up under her daughter's bed or whatever. Now, mind you, the daughter did invite him in. They have been having text messages back and forth and things. And apparently she's been, they were 16. They were back and forth. And so I guess they ended up, just meeting up or whatever the case may be. Now, mind you, this nigga don't look 20. He looked like he about 16, to be honest with you. I wouldn't have never thought he was 20. But so apparently they ended up meeting up, y'all. So at the house or whatever, and the daughter snuck him in. The mama wasn't there or whatever. So when she came home, she knew somebody was in her house, and she was like, who the fuck is in my house? Who the fuck is in my house? She ended up getting her thing, and dude ended up coming from up under the bed or whatever. I guess she found him, and they had a little back and forth, a little argument. Hey, monkey, how you doing? They did a little back and forth or whatever with each other, and he ended up walking out of the door. So as he was walking out of the door and he was down the steps, she ended up Yes. Yes. So the internet is a little conflicted right now. Some people are saying, and I'm saying not everybody. I'm saying some half is saying that she's wrong because she didn't have to shoot him like that. You know what I'm saying? He was already up out the house. She didn't have to do all of that. But some are saying that she's right because he was dealing with her 13-year-old, and that's just wrong in the sense in itself. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like me, I'm in a confliction because I'm like, damn, she didn't have to do him like that, but I mean, shit, you fucking with a 13-year-old, sir. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it make sense, in the bag that's on her. And I get it, Johnny. I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's the confliction part about it because it was in the bag. It was in the bite. You know what I'm saying? So the internet is like half and half right now. I'm seeing half people say, she wrong and this and that, and then I see other people are saying that she was right. You said, what did the daughter say? They was doing something. What you mean? What did the daughter say? The daughter been sexting back and forth with him and everything. So the daughter she was in with it. She wasn't. Now I'm gonna say this. Y'all are going to say that she knew better because, that's just how y'all think. But you got to think about this. If he is 20 years old and she is 13, he kind of, even though she was a willing participant, she was a willing participant now. She was, them text messages she sent, she was definitely a willing participant. But that's the thing. She 13 and he 20. That's not your brain. His brain ain't even all the way developed, but her brain is definitely not developed to know the difference between it. You see what I'm saying? So that's where I'm conflicted at, because I'm like, shit, I understand, but she didn't have to kill him, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she didn't have to unalive him. And yeah, they will lie about their age. They will. But if she was telling him that she was 16 or 17, she don't. Well, she do. I don't know. She do look like she about 17. I don't know, friend. I get it. I understand. Men think with the wrong head, especially boys. Child, it ain't especially boys. It's especially them grown ass ones. Girl, please. The grown ones think more with that. Yeah, the little boys think a little bit better than they do. I'm sorry. The grown ones, shit. The grown ones ain't shit either. Do you hear me? And it might be because of her age. That's what I'm saying. I get it, Johnny. I'm not, I'm just bringing this topic up because you see, this is, you see what it is. The internet is talking about this. Hey, boo. Hey, Kay. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If y'all can, hey, it's 294 people in the building. If y'all can, please tap the screen for me. If we can get up to like 50K on the likes. Also, if you can, if y'all can help out with the gift gallery. My gift gallery is kind of big. I mean, we're in B5, but we're trying to rank up to B4. I really would appreciate it if you guys could help out. I am Miss Live 3D TV. And I give you the news that you can use and some that's funny and all that other stuff too, okay? I'm a real deal over here. I love everybody. Thank you, Super. Thank you, Super. Thank you, Ari. Thank you, babes. I love everybody. I accept all gifts. I don't care if they roses. I don't care if they're quarters. I don't care if they're butterflies. I don't give a damn what they are, okay? If you can support, I really would appreciate that. I do this for a living, so whatever you guys contribute to me on this live is what I get. Hell, if it's 12 cents and I'm on here for 2 hours, that's what I get, okay? That's all right, You get greater later. But if you are just now coming in, this topic is really, 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 really hot on all social media platforms right now, especially on Facebook, and it is a great debate right now. Hey, Lady Leo. Good morning, Lady Leo. And so people are talking about this topic right now, and this is the mother, 36-year-old Miss Tamika Scott. She is now being I don't know if they were in a relationship, but they were definitely texting back and forth, and they definitely had an open communication for a while. So yeah, she probably thought that they was in a relationship. She probably thought that was her boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? So But Tamika Scott, she's 36, and she ended up unaliving this young man right here. Because she caught him under her daughter's bed. Now the encounter happened. She was coming home around 1:30 in the morning. Her daughter snuck. I think it is her boyfriend. She's calling her a boyfriend, calling him her boyfriend, and in the house. And she ended up coming in, and he hid up under the bed. Okay, so he hid up under the bed. She knew somebody was in the house. She went and got her, her things, her thing, her piece or whatever, right? And she had already told her daughter. Apparently, she had already told her daughter, because apparently the daughter had snuck someone in the house before. I don't know if it was the same guy. Yes, it was at 1 a.m. I don't know if it was the same guy or if it was a different guy that she done snuck in. But she had told her, if I come to my house again and I see a boy in my house again, I'm going pew. That's what she said, right? So she ended up finding him up under the bed. They had a back and forth as he was leaving the house. When he walked outside, they was having another back and forth, and then she ended up pum-puming him in the back. Okay? She ended up pum-puming him in the back. Now, some people are saying, hey, she was wrong for that because he was already walking out. You know what I'm saying? He was already walking out. So, why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's I mean, shit. So, you said she right. That's a grown man. Hold on, in the back of the head. Oh, it was in the back of the head. I was in the back of the head. I thought it was in the bike, so it was in the back of the head. Thank y'all for responding to Miss Smiles in the comments. I appreciate it. Guys, we got 354 people up in here. Please don't make me go get my red glasses. Please don't make me go get... Because, see, we engage over here. There's no way we're still at 15.8K likes. That means it's only 2 people liking. Thank you for the follow, Nisi. Thank you for the follow. But I'm about to get real... do y'all want me to start... No, I think I need to go get my glasses now. Because y'all playing with me. I think I need to go get my glasses. Let me go and get my red glasses. Because I see it's going to be 1 in the morning. This is an engagement live. Y'all know how I do. If I'm over here, y'all ain't got to send no gifts. Y'all can be stingy if y'all want to and say y'all gifts for bossy ass over there. Y'all can do that. I ain't tripping. Y'all can do that. But y'all gonna tap the screen up over here. You gonna tap the screen for beautiful rising. Beautiful. Don't make me put these glasses on for y'all up in here in here. Now, if I'm gonna open this panel up, I'm gonna need these likes to be up, okay? Now, you ain't got the gift, but if you find me interesting, funny, and informational, please help your girl out. But don't just come up in here and set up in here, cause y'all finna get my belt on y'all. TT finna get, cause ain't nobody y'all ain't gonna tap the screen. So this is what we got to do. I got to get my belt out when the thing's a thing, huh? I got to get the belt out. I shouldn't have to get the belt out. Huh? Now, okay, I'm starting to see a little bit more engagement going on around here. Thank you. Okay. I see y'all. I'm going to put it up. All right, let me get back to the clips now. Let me tell you. Because now, don't do me. Don't do me like that, friend. Now, I see some people got up out of here. You best go on, get on up out of here, friend. If you don't want to engage and tap, then get your Alexandra, because they got me messed up, friend. You finna come up here and just sit up in there. You can tap every once in a while, friends, okay? Shoot. I put it away, friend. It's gone. Okay. All right. Thank you to everybody that's fine. Yes, 13. So listen. You said I ain't leaving, I'm working. Yes, 13 is crazy, y'all. 13 is crazy. So again, this mom came in and she found him up under the bed. And apparently the 13-year-old has done this previous of times before. And mama told her that if she see another boy up under her bed, she was going to pum. And apparently that's what happened. So, but a lot of people are upset because he left out the house. He was already gone out of the house, down the steps and everything. and they said she pumed them in the back of the head. In the back of the head. So people are conflicted. Some people are saying that she is right about what she did, because that's protecting her daughter or whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? But then some people are saying that she's wrong because he was already gone. He was already up out of there. If anything, you could have called the police and let them know what was going on. That way he could have got arrested or whatever the case may be. Trinity said he a grown ass man. They said some people said you should let the police handle it. I'm doing the yes, he did die. For the people who are in the comments who want to know if he died, he passed away. He passed away. You said then he left. Why do that? I don't. That's where I'm with y'all on that, because I'm like, or if you could have shot him in the leg. You know what I'm saying? You could have got him in the leg, or something. I don't know if it was they was having a back and forth. I don't know if it was something he said to her that made her snap, or what the fuck happened. But I know they did have a back and forth, because that's what the report said. The report said that he was leaving the house, and I guess she was cussing him out or whatever. He was, he probably was like, man, fuck you, whatever, and she went there. No, who didn't? I'm finna say the real. I didn't. That she didn't have to shoot him. I didn't. I didn't do it, baby. I just, You say he was trying to attack her. He was trying to attack her, and then that's different. But he left the house. Right. This. Right, friend. That's you right. Now listen, we gon' I do want to do a panel, because I want to hear what y'all got to say. I don't want to be really just sitting up here, talking about it, because I don't really know. Some people are conflicted. Some people like, yeah, she right, I don't give a fuck. Some people are like, no, she wrong as hell, I don't give a fuck. I'm on both ends. So I would love to hear from the people who stand on like this right, this right, this right, So yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what that is. You said he gave him what he gave for. Yeah, I'm finna say that's what it was. You said he deserved it while he's still in her house. Yeah. You said, what's the story? What did he do? So if you are just now coming in, the story is that he was having a relationship apparently with this 13-year-old, and he was in her house. He had the 13-year-old snuck him in the house, I guess, while her mama was at work, and she came home. I don't know if she was at work or she was at a party. I don't know what the hell was going on, but I know she came home at 1, and she found him up under the bed, and so he ended up leaving out of the house or whatever. And she ended up, once he got outside, they said he was down the steps, and she ended up shooting him in the back of the head. Okay, so yeah. So some people are saying that, she was right, because she had already told her daughter, like, hey, if I see another boy, come up in my house, you gon', this is what they gonna get. They gonna get this lead. You know what I'm saying? But some people are saying that she's wrong, because she didn't have to, hey, you said that wasn't no boy, that was an adult man. And I get it, I understand. I'm just saying what she said. She said the mama said she don't want no boy, and she don't want to see no boy in the house. I know that's a grown man. I'm not talking about him. That's what she told her daughter before this happened. So that's why I was saying boy. I'm not calling him a boy. Just for correction of, just telling you what the mama had said. Okay. But hey to everybody coming in. You said adult or a child, he was leaving. Okay. Good morning, Lady Slay. Dada, I'll let you know in a second. Good morning, Blessed. Good morning. You said very much wrong for talking to a 13-year-old. Right, right. I get that. I agree. I agree. Good morning, Evangelist. Good morning, Callie. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, guys. So it seems like this is a hot topic. So, you said, what did I stumble across? Well, okay, if you are just now coming in, this is a story that just happened yesterday in Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out to Memphis. This is Tamika Scott. She was arrested on first-degree murder charges. She ended up pum-puming this man in the head. Because he was in the back of the head as he was leaving her house, because he was hiding up under her daughter's bed. They had some type of relationship going on. So what happened is that apparently the daughter has been sneaking people into her house while she's gone. She ended up coming home at 1 a.m. and she realized that it was somebody in her house. She ended up finding this man, a 20-year-old young man, up under the bed. They ended up, having a back and forth for argument, but he was leaving out. Like, she told him to get the fuck out of her house. And so he got his stuff and got up out of the house. So as he was walking down the stairs, and this is what is being reported. I'm not saying this because I'm saying this. This is what's being reported. As he was walking down the stairs, leaving, she ended up pum-puming him in the head. Okay? She ended up pum-puming him in the head. And so the police has arrested her. She has been arrested. Yes, she has been arrested, and she is held with no bond. She's held with no bond right now. She does have a court date Monday morning. I did look that part of. She does have a court date Monday morning, but she has been arrested. Good morning, good morning, good morning to everybody. And it's a lot of people that are saying that she was wrong for what she did, but then it's a lot of people that are saying that she was right. Yes, he's gone. He's unalive. He's no longer here. She's been charged with first-degree murder. Yeah. She's gone. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, y'all. If y'all can, make sure y'all hit that follow button. If you have not hit your daily heartbeat, please hit this little button right here. Once you hit that little button, then just send a daily heartbeat. That would help me out so much, guys. If y'all really could. Mimi, thank you so much for the dolphins. Any gifts that you guys have, I really would appreciate it. I do need my gift gallery filled up, guys. So if y'all can help out with that, that would be super great. We got it looks like right now we need a Leon the Lion. So if somebody can help me out with that, that would be great. If not, we have some small little gift goals up here as well. Money gun, hand hearts, and you guys can shoot roses. That would be absolutely great. I really appreciate y'all. Okay, so again, I am going to start pulling people up. But guys, let me say this. Let's try to get up to at least 125K. Okay? Can y'all help me out with that? It's 382 people in here. If everybody works together and taps the screen, we can get up there to 125 real quick. Okay? Let me see. And again, I'll start pulling people up once we get to 125K taps. Okay? Again, hit your you said, who said that? Somebody said they out here tripping. You said what he do to her daughter. He didn't do nothing to her daughter. What you mean? They was in some type of relationship because they had some really explicit texts back and forth to each other and things. So yeah. It was so this is 36-year-old Tamika Scott. She is from Memphis, Tennessee. And what happened is that she came home at 1 o'clock in the morning. She found this young man under her daughter's bed. She had warned her daughter a couple of times before about having people over to her house while she was gone, and she told her daughter verbatim, I'm gonna put a bullet in the next person that comes that you have up in her. That's what she said. Stop bringing people in my house. So Once she got home, she realized somebody was in the home, and she realized he was up under the bed. He came off and under the bed. He ended up leaving. Getting his stuff and leaving. And as he was leaving out of the door, as he was walking down the steps, she ended up puming him in the head. Okay. And the neighbors stated that, the neighbor stated that she was screaming, "Yeah, I shot him. Yeah, I shot him." Okay. So that's what happened. Apparently she was having a relationship with this man. I don't know if she was, I haven't got the full story. I'm going to be looking it up while y'all talking and stuff. But that's what I've gotten so far right now on what happened. So thank you, Mama. Thank you so much. I appreciate the hand heart. Thank you, Mama Tried. I appreciate you. Guys, again, if y'all can, we almost at 125K, guys. So again, if you are just now coming in, if you just tap the screen. Once we get up to 125K, I'm going to start pulling people up. Again, I don't really have, I'm just like torn between this. So I know some people are like, stand on business like she wrong, but some people are like, stand on business like she right. So we're going to, you said who was having a relationship with him? The 13-year-old. The 13-year-old was having a relationship with him, and the mama caught him up under the 13-year-old's bed when she came home at 1 a.m. And when she came home, and mama had already told daughter that if she catch somebody else in her house, because apparently this had happened before, she said if she catch anybody else in her house again, that she was going to put that lead up in them. And unfortunately, I'm going to say this, like I said, I'm on both sides of the fence with it, so I can't really, I'm not like, oh, she wrong, she right. That's, I understand why she pum, but she should have did it like a leg or something like that in the back of the head. That's a little, that's a merch, But also, this man is 20. I don't give a damn if she did lie and say she was 13. It's your obligation as a man, as when you get over 18 and you start dating and stuff, you between the ages of 18 and like 25, y'all have to start courting these girls. You can't keep blaming them for saying, oh, you lied. When for a century of times, these little girls we was lying about our fucking age when we was younger. So now that part right there, that's where I don't want y'all to keep trying to hold that accountable, because you got to, I don't give a damn. I'm asking somebody, I'm finna card you. I don't give a damn. You got to show me your ID, baby. You got to show me your ID. You not finna sit up here and tell me 21. I ain't fucking with you if you 21. I got a 21-year-old. If you tell me that you 21 and you tell me you 36, nigga, I'm carding you. I don't believe you. Let me see your ID. You see what I'm saying? I know y'all be heated. You be in the moment. Them titties be looking good. That ass be looking good. I get it. I understand. But you got to control that part of you, okay? Now, I will say this. And please don't get in here with that fast shit either. She was sending pictures and stuff. Obviously, it's something going on if she was doing that. And I ain't trying to, say nothing about Miss Tamika or nothing like that, because I don't know this lady. I'm just reporting the news. But something happened to her to where she's not saying that mama did it. But I'm telling mama, like, mama, something happened to her to where she is doing this promiscuous type of shit right now at 13. Or if nothing happened to her, you know what's going on. She's watching baddies. She's watching the internet. She's on the internet. She's watching her little homegirls. You know what I'm saying? She's doing something. It's some shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can have the proper parenting, G-love, and these internet, this phone, this motherfucking the Kick, the Twitch, the all these motherfucking apps and shit. Oh baby, you can parent. Let me tell you something. These apps can damn near outparent your ass if you ain't if you ain't too motherfucker. That's why you got to keep them away from their asses for until it's time, because you cannot. These kids is, especially if they got an iPhone in their motherfucking hand. Shit. If they got an iPhone in their fucking hand, shit. I'm telling you, them motherfuckers. So I'm you know. You said, what you say, friends or attitude? You said, okay, friends, see, she had too much time and opportunity, but he's 20, so he knew better. Yeah. She definitely had a lot of time and opportunity. Because, baby, you finna be busy over here. You not finna be, I don't give a damn. You gonna be so tired, you ain't gonna be able to sneak nobody in at no 1 o'clock in the morning, baby. I promise you. Fucking with me. You gonna be like, damn, you got me doing shit all the time. Yes, and you got practice, and more practice, goddamn it. You got to keep these kids busy, because if you let that phone keep them busy, that phone is what's gonna bring out outside people. And listen, I'm not saying that it ain't gonna happen, because it happened to us when we was younger. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that what we cannot keep doing is blaming the kids, because we know we didn't know no better. We know that as grown people, even men on her. It's some of you men on her that y'all know that it was wrong for a 19-year-old trying to talk to you when you was 13. You knew that shit. Even though it was a brand for, like, it was a badge of honor for y'all. You know what I'm saying? To be like, oh yeah, you know, she like, but y'all, when y'all got older, y'all knew that shit. Y'all knew that shit felt funny. You was like, man, I don't know. She shouldn't have been doing that shit to me. She was 19. You know what I'm saying? So you can't blame, you know what I'm saying? Did she do something wrong? Yes, she did. She absolutely did something wrong. She absolutely did. She did. But why did she do that? It's got to be something going on. I don't know if it's something going on with mama. I don't know if it was something going on with daddy. But it was something going on. It's something going on. Me being a youth counselor, I'm telling y'all, I know when something has happened and they are acting out. They're acting out how they feel in the inside, and they just want to be heard. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they, you know, if she's not getting the attention from where she wants to get it from, then she will go to creeps like this that don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? About, and you can have a conversation with a 13-year-old and start hearing how immature they talk. I don't give a damn how she look. You get on the phone with her and shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Good morning. I'm just saying. But was she wrong for unaliving that baby? She was. For the young man, because he's a young man. He's a baby to me, because I'm in my 40s. I'm 46, so he's a baby to me. That's why I keep saying baby. So I'm trying to say young man, because I don't want people to think. You know what I'm saying? All right, we had 25K. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. Okay, I'm finna start bringing people up. Let me tell y'all something. This is how we do it over here. Let me let y'all know how we do it over here. Okay. Little house rules. Let me get the glasses on. Little house rules. Okay. Little house rules. First of all, now you don't have to send me shit to get up here. Okay. You don't. So you already know. You already know the stilo. You don't have to send me nothing to be up here. But if you want to, again, help out the host, please do. All right? Second of all, when I bring everybody up here, please mute up. I go one at a time. I don't do the free for all over here, because I want to hear. I want to hear and get all in this brain. You see, my forehead is super big, so I need to hear, so I can get all of that into the forehead, so I can hear everybody's, piece by piece, right? Okay, so you're gonna mute up soon as you get up here. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, some of y'all, it's gonna be y'all first time getting up here, and you ain't gonna know how to mute. It's gonna be right there when you get on and you push join. When you get on, it's gonna be a little mute. It's gonna be a little microphone at the bottom down there. I'm gonna need you to press it. Okay, press it. All right. Now, if it's something that somebody say that you don't agree with, you can rebuttal to the person once they get done. And we go like that, okay? We just don't interrupt people if it's something that you didn't like to hear or anything like that. That goes for me as well. I usually mute up and let you do your piece. So if you don't hear me talking or hear nothing in the background, it's because I'm muting up so that I can hear what you gotta say. All right? And that's it. And for the people in the comments and in watching, if you're not on the panel, your job is just to tap the screen and help Miss Pretty out, because Miss Pretty is loading me up. Thank you so much, pretty girl. I love you so much. It's 300 people up in here, and all I see is you. I thank you. I thank you so much. And I see my tappers too. Thank you to my tappers down there. I see my tappers down there. Shout out to my minds that are in the building. I don't know how many I got up in here, but shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much for being in here. Kind of watch the chat for me. Make sure ain't nobody really spam in the chat or anything. And good morning, good Saturday morning to everybody. I'm going to go over the story again while I'm bringing people up, okay? I'm going to be talking, so please make sure you mute up. That way, the people who are coming in who don't know what's going on, they can kind of know what's going on and gauge, okay? Now, reading is fundamental for the people who just now coming in, so you can kind of read and see what's going on. Thank you, Peaches. Hey, Peaches Reacts. Hey, beautiful. No, he did not survive. He's gone, baby. Unfortunately, he did not survive. So, good morning, good morning. This story is coming out of Memphis, Tennessee. It is currently going viral on Facebook and TikTok at this time. And this mother is Mrs. Scott. She's from Memphis. And unfortunately, she is being charged with murder. First-degree murder, because she did unalive this young man right here. She did find him under her 13-year-old daughter's bed. So this is how it went. So, according to the reports, yesterday, this happened early yesterday morning. She came home about 1 o'clock from work, and her daughter, she had already previously told her daughter about sneaking people into her house, okay? So apparently her daughter had snuck some people in her house before, and she told them that if she find anybody else in her house again, that she was going to pum them, right? And so she came home, and when she came home, she realized that it was somebody in her house. So she said, hey, I don't know who the fuck in here, you need to get out of here, right? And so he ended up emerging from up under her bed. Now, did they have a back and forth in some type of relationship? Yes, they did. They were texting and sending very explicit pictures to each other. So they did have some type of relationship going on. And so he was up under the bed. She found him under the bed. He ended up getting off and under the bed. He walked out of the house, walked down the stairs, and then she ended up pum-puming him in the back of the head. Unfortunately, he did pass away. And that's why I said relationship. That's why I said quote unquote. That's what the news reported. So that's why I said quote unquote. I'm reading articles, okay? I'm reading pieces of articles. And so so she pum-pumed him in the back of the head. He is unfortunately unalived. If you can look on Memphis, y'all local Memphis news station. Let me see. And again, this is all over Facebook, guys. Okay, so hold on. She goes to court. I think she's doing court Monday. Hold on. You can go to who is that? Fox 13 Memphis. They have it on the story. Who else? Um, yeah, you can go look at that news station up in Memphis, because if you're in Memphis, then you should see it in there. Mm-hmm. They've said something about it on there. All right, guys, I'm gonna start pulling people up. And again, some people think that she's right. Some people think that she's wrong. And so that's what we're talking about. You just tell me what you think. Again, I'm gonna mute up, guys. And also, again, if you guys can just be active in the chat, I really would appreciate it. Y'all make sure that y'all mute up when y'all come up. Hold on, let me make sure you guys mute up at the bottom down there for me. Thank you so much. If you was not trying to tap, just if you wasn't trying to come up, just drop down. Thank you so much for the mutes. Appreciate y'all. I'm just pushing people up. I'm not doing anybody I'm just whoever I push up first. So it's not like I'm picking certain people to come up. Some people are accepting, some people are not accepting. So if you get up, just mute your mic. Hold on, I got somebody this. All right. I think I got everybody up here. If you can mute your mic, Bless, for me, thank you so much. Okay, good morning to everybody that's up here, to the ladies and the gentlemen, if they are up here. Everybody else that's in the queue, you guys just hang tight. What I'm going to do is once you say your piece, if nobody has to rebuttal to it, I'll drop you down. Or if you want to be dropped down after you say your piece, that's fine. I'll drop you down and I'll bring other people up. Okay, so it'll just go up and we'll go from there. Okay, everybody, if you can try to keep it to about 3 minutes, little 3 minutes ish on your responses or your intake on everything, that would be great. And I appreciate everybody coming up. And I would love, like I said, this is a topic I'm really kind of on. I'm on both sides, but I would love to hear from other people and how they feel about it, because they may be just like, she, absolutely right, or she's, absolutely wrong. So that's the topic today. And again, so you are first, boo. You said 3 minutes is long. Heart, why that's long? Why is that? Hold on. So why you feel like 3 minutes is long? I don't think that's long. Some people have stuff to say. We still gonna we with under 3 minutes then, friend. Don't kind of come over here and run my show. I want the people's be saying stuff. Go ahead. So I'm so sick of them in the comments.
Thank you for allowing me up. I will not be long. In my opinion, I'm going to say that the mom was wrong, and I'm going to blame it on poor parenting skills. I know we're living in different times right now, but if the young 13-year-old was texting this guy and met him on TikTok and allowed him in her mom's house, then I blame the child and the mom. And the mom should get what she deserved. I mean, murder is murder, period. He was walking away. He was not a threat to her or her child's life. And I'll land.
All right, Miss Soul said she'll land. All right. Thank you so much, beautiful. Thank you. Miss Turner, you are next.
Hi, good morning to the
Good
hosts and good
morning.
morning to the panel. Um, I agree with the young lady that was above me. Yes, she was wrong. But as a CPL holder, um, the correct way is, if you're going to shoot a person, you always shoot to kill, well, unalive, but at the same time, it has to be in the front, not the back.
Okay.
So yeah, so being in the back like that, that means that person wasn't a threat. He was walking away, leaving the situation or whatever. But again, with the young lady that was before me said what was going on in the home, that this 13-year-old had to be so active at an early age. And we understand these kids today is a little bit different, because at 13, that was not on my mind. But yeah, so whatever her outcome is, that's what's going to be her outcome, because it should have, if anything, it had to be in the front to kind of help her case a little bit. But him walking away like that and then he got it in the back, she was wrong. I'm done and I land.
Thank you, Miss Turner. Okay, all right. Yeah, ma'am. Okay. Let me see. A lot of y'all are dropping down. Maya. Let me see. Going once, going twice. Okay. Honey. I don't know if you. I know some people be on the phone.
Sorry, my baby is tripping, but
Oh no, no, she not tripping. She doing what a baby's supposed to do, and it's
right.
okay if she in the background now. Leave that baby alone. Let that baby. Now you say
But
what you got to say. You was
so
fine.
my thing is, one, I don't care what nobody say. You know the difference between somebody your age and somebody 7 years younger than you, so we can hang it up. He definitely was wrong there. You also know you in somebody's house and you're not supposed to be. I even have friends of mine who have told their sons, if you're gonna do something, please don't sneak into nobody's house, because you put your life in danger when you do that. You don't know what the outcome will be going into somebody's daughter's house. You don't know how they're gonna respond. So again, he was also, just like a lot of things the young boys do, they put their life at risk because they're not thinking. Another thing, I read 3 articles. I cannot see anywhere where they said they had a relationship. I see a lot of other things. I see that she invited him in. I see that there was an argument that ensued. I see that he was leaving, but I don't see nothing about I'm searching for that. I'm waiting for more details to come out. I think she will go to jail because of how it happened, but I feel like if he survived, we would be having a different conversation. It wouldn't be, was the mom right or wrong? He would
Right.
just be flat out wrong. But she
Right.
took it to a level that I think her anger might have taken her to, where even though he was wrong, you are now wronger. Like I hear all the time people say, "Oh, if I catch," and it's like, you say that and you think you're big and bad, but the law is bigger than you. You're not bigger than the program. It's a way that you got to go about it. Unfortunately, we live in that time where you could put a pedo down and be in jail. It happens all the time. It's a woman who's done that when she found out her husband was doing stuff to kids in the daycare. She still went to jail. It happens. I don't want people to be confused though. He was wrong. We're not talking about her victimizing a victim. He was all the way wrong. And I don't like hearing, oh, the daughter. You name one thing you'll let a 13-year-old decide in your life and then decide how wrong she is. 13-year-olds make the worst decisions because they're children. I cannot blame a child for making childlike, stupid, idiotic decisions. Is it wrong? Yes. Is she to blame? No. He has 7 more years for his brain to develop and decide, did he want to make the decision he made? She had 35 years, the mom. She just made a wrong decision in this instance, but it's wrong and wrong. It's not no right and wrong. And the child is a child. And I also think it does tie into parenting. She was gone overnight, so maybe she was working late and she didn't have nobody watching her kids. Like it just could have been a different situation, and it just turned out bad. But I don't want people to talk about it like this is a 20-year-old and he was not. You was hiding under a clear minor. I don't think I could walk past a 13-year-old and not know that it was a child, let alone have a conversation or be in the room with one. So everybody who getting ready to get up here and say that, we know what type of person you are and we know who you like to defend. So y'all just hang that up.
All righty. Miss Honey said what she said. Thank you, Miss Honey. Who is next? Who is that person next? Sweets. Butterfly. Good morning.
Good morning.
How
Good
you
morning.
doing?
Uh, I'm 57 years old. My daughter's 26 at the time right now. But my daughter, when she was 13, 15, I just bought a home. I was working 2 jobs. Don't get me wrong. I'm on mama's side because I have seen what my child have done to me. And when I was young, yes, I did a lot of stuff. When I was young, I got a job. I started hanging out. I was doing things, coming home late, telling my mom I was at work. But this 13-year-old, it looked like to me, she was doing a little bit more. I'm on the mama side because she's seen this guy in her house. She's seen not once, several times, and she told him and told her, "I'm gonna put a bullet. I'm gonna do what I got to do." So I'm on a mama side, but I'm not. I'm not proud what she did. She could have hit a leg, arm, but she could have did anything. But my thing is, I'm with her. I'm with her. And the 13-year-old, you could have did anything, because my child, I could have ravaged her through the woods, but still, they grow up and they see certain things, and we don't see what we went through when we was a child. Mama might have went through a lot too, and she got a daughter, and she says she's not going to go through this. And I'm with Honey. I'm with Honey. What she said, yes, I'm with Honey. But I take the mama side. I just take the mama side. I love you. I watch you all the time. You're my one of my favorites. And everybody, good morning, good afternoon. Love everyone.
Oh, thank you,
Thank
sweet
you.
butterfly. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. You so sweet, and I love that. I love that conviction in that voice. That's one of them calming voices right there. That's right. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Marissa. I have a friend named Marissa and a sister named Marissa. So you already in there. You hear me?
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Um, I hope everybody will have a blessed day. But I'm going to say that the mom is completely wrong. She is wrong. I believe that in at that moment she was trying to prove a point to her child, and that guy was casualty. He was not the first boy that was there. That's the reason why she already said what she said. July 7th. A lady was getting ready to go to work at 7 o'clock, at 6 o'clock in the morning, and she saw this baby. This is July 7th. She saw this baby standing out, waving cars down, trying to get a ride from wherever, whoever house she was just at. But she was outside waving, flagging cars down. She is partially deaf as well. This 13-year-old. She got her in the car, because she said she felt like something was wrong in her spirit. She got her home, but on the ride there, the baby was crying, talking about how she doesn't really have anyone. She wish her mom was a better mom. When she pulled up, the mom came outside and proceeded to put hands on her outside. Okay, the lady felt sad, and she just went on ahead and pulled off. So this isn't something that was posted because this happened. This happened on July 7th. You can find it on Facebook. You can see it. My thing is, we know how a lot of us were at 13, 14. When you are parentified as a child and you making bottles, you cooking, you cleaning, you got to be left to raise all the children that your mother chose to have by certain men. Sometimes that makes you feel like you are grown or you in the place of being an adult. She also Ubered that young man there. How some of them got his phone, I don't know, the family and stuff like that, but they've been posting, what they have or whatever. But how does and I'm a Lyft rider. I see young girls all the time get Lyft to other men houses and stuff like that, and I be sitting here like, where is the mom? Just like the picture you posted, for her to be on social media in an ethical two-piece set. You mean to tell me that you don't know at all? You ain't touched your baby phone. Your baby constantly getting caught with different men. She constantly sneaking out at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. You mean to tell me you don't want to go through that phone? You're not going through her dresser to see what type of clothing she's able to steal or get from whoever she's getting? Yes, he was wrong to a certain extent. That lady did not pew him because he was up under her bed. Like, again, I don't believe that had anything to do with it. If you was to see him, I'm in Memphis. If you were to see him, he is very small, and even in the face, he does not look like a just turned 20-year-old, because he just turned 20. He's very short and small.
Swear to God, I just said that when I first was telling the story, and I'm not trying. I'm just saying it's crazy that you said that, because I said that when I said I could have sworn he was about 16. To be honest with you,
yeah. And if you look at her and how she's presenting herself, because again, we've done it. We would embellish and say, "Hey, I'm 16, baby. I'm 16. Yeah, I'm 16. I'm 16." And it's not me projecting because I was a teen mom, because my baby's father was a year older than me. But we were embellishing, just being a kid. We didn't know what we was doing. We just was doing what we wanted to do. But doing that should not have cost him his life. She also, when she got there, the baby wrote on her statements, and this is in the affidavit report. She said that the mom was beating and doing the most at the door, and she locked the door. She was afraid to open the door because she already knew what was going to happen. Why he hid under that bed, because they said to her mom, came in there. She told him to get out. To because he's baby to me. I'm 30 to walk past and stuff, walk outside, and then did what she did. Good morning, y'all. And then pewed him to the back of his head once he made it to the front porch. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That makes absolutely no. I don't care what nobody says. She did not pew him again. She did not pew him because, this is a grown man. By looking at him, you would not know that. He is also mentally challenged. If you talk to him, you definitely would not know that. And we can stop all these at 19, 20. You should be able to know. We're saying that because we are women. A lot of these hood or boys that really ain't been around, don't have a high school diploma, and like I said, on the spectrum, they wouldn't know. They wouldn't know. They would not know. So again, like I said, I feel like the mom was wrong, and also she needed a village. If you, we like to, not saying that people have to be villages, but if you see your fellow, your sister girl or your friend having trouble with her child, if you can, try to help, try to do something. And yes, I am a boy mom, but my first three children are all girls. And lo and behold, my baby is 16, and I haven't had any of those issues. I still got 2 more years now. She could probably try to change her mind and give me a run for her money, but for right now, I haven't had that. I haven't had that issue or that problem. And that's all I have to say on that. Like I said, I get where everybody is coming from. Oh, well, he's a PEDE, or whatever. Of course, you're going to say that because you're on, you don't really have too many of the facts. But again, if you look at this unedited picture of Rod, he does not look like a 19 or 20-year-old. And 19 is really still young anyways. I know some 19-year-olds that don't look no different from when they were 16. I didn't look no different from when I was 16. I didn't start really getting a grown body until I got into my mid to late 20s. if you seen him, he looks like a kid himself. They look like they would be around the same age. So yeah, like I said, I'm not only just blaming the mom. Like I said, everybody got their play in it, but he's mentally challenged. The baby was being a baby. She was doing what a lot of us did at that age. We could sit up here and act like we didn't do it. A lot of us did it. We did it. We did it. Not everybody, not all of us was, but some of us did. Especially if you grew up in a certain type of household with a certain type of mother that parentified you. She could have been trying to do her best. But when you choose to consistently have a certain amount of children, you have to go harder. You have to try harder. Once that baby was sneaking people in and sneaking out at 5 or 6, anything could have. I'm so glad that lady was able to get her at 6 o'clock in the morning, because if anybody else could have got her and could have did anything else with her, I thank God that lady was able to get her. Because anything, she should not have been out. The mom, I know we got to make money, but when you have children, some things got to change. If you know she consistently sneaking out, baby, maybe you can't work that night job. Maybe you can't work it. You got to find something. You got to find another job. But we also got to start being vigilant to these moms as well. Not saying it's on us, but it should be on us. It should be on us. If we see our sister, our friends struggling with their kids, step in and help. But that's all, y'all. I hope everybody have a blessed day.
You too, Marissa. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. See, we getting different views out of the windows. We all in this house together right now. We all in this house together. So everybody got a different view out of the window. Everybody got a different intake, and I love how we can sit here and we can all listen and kind of pull from each person. So, who is this? 10K, how you doing?
Hello. How are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
All right, thank you. I'm doing good, and thank you for having me up.
No problem.
Okay. So I'm with the mom. Should she had pew-pewed him, unalived him? No. But I'm not mad that she did. You know what I'm saying? My issue is the women that are blaming the child. I cannot wrap my head around that. I can't wrap around anybody. I mean, men, I'm talking about the women. It's giving very male-centered. You're not going to sit up here and tell me, and you can look at the girl. She looks young. She's 13. She has a baby face. Okay? She's 13. We've all been 13. Okay? We don't think like a 13-year-old anymore. We have grown and matured. Okay? So how can you blame a child? It's giving like the PDF files in the Black family, how everything is being swept under the rug and nobody wants to talk about it and everything. That's what it's giving for these women blaming the child. Like, the man's 20. Even though, quote unquote, y'all want to call her fast or whatever, he's 20. He knows better. Okay? She doesn't know any better. It's really triggering. It's just like, I just can't get my mind over the women blaming the child on this one. Somebody got to explain that to me. Because how is it the child's fault? A child is going to be a child regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying as far as just, I was saying that earlier that, I think once we start saying like, she needs to be prosecuted and all of that stuff, because she doesn't fully understand the extent of what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? So mentally she don't, but mom does. And somebody made a point up here earlier that was like, she doesn't know anything. His frontal lobe ain't even, connected yet, but mama 36. You know what I'm saying? And I understand mama is trying to, she's fed up with it, and she was just like, I'm gonna show and prove. But at some point you have to kind of you want to still be here to mother your children. You know what I'm saying? And not
exactly.
So it's a catch-22. That's why I said I'm on the fence. Like I don't even really No, but I know that I don't like the fact that yes, this baby is being demonized because at the end of the day, yes, might have been some people. I was looking at the chat and some people was like, "No, I didn't do that at 13. I didn't do that at 13." But do you know how many 13? You know how many men was looking at you at 13 that you didn't know or realize that was
Yes.
coming on to you? You understand what I'm saying? You were a lucky one. You know what I'm saying? You were
Mm-hmm.
probably protected because that's what
Yeah.
they do sometimes, you know. And not to say that he was doing it because, again, looking at him, he looks young. He looks very young. So I don't think that was in his head, you know, like, oh, I'm messing with you know, I think that probably would have freaked him out once he, you know, found out. Or if he did know, he probably liked her so much at this point, he just blocked it out or something. I don't know what the gist of it is with that, but I know that shit was wrong. Point blank period. Her being
Yeah. Yeah.
13
I'm
and
not
him being
saying.
20, that was absolutely wrong. But it was something. It's something going on with this baby right here to where she was even interacting with this. Because if y'all seen the text messages and stuff, I never said that they was in a relationship. That's what one of these reporting people was saying. Again, I don't think it's a relationship because they shouldn't have even been talking to each other. But some of the text messages and some of the stuff that was being sent was very much I was like, okay, they talking to each other like they go together type shit. You know, I ain't gonna say like they go together, but like, you know, it was real suggestive. You know what I'm saying? It was real suggestive. So I just don't she probably didn't know. She knew. I'm gonna say now she definitely know her mama ain't playing with her because like somebody said, she probably was just like she kept bringing the boy in there. You know what I'm saying? Now what if this was a somebody that was her age, that was 16 or whatever? Would y'all feel different about her pum and the part? And this is just me being playing devil's advocate. Do y'all would y'all feel different about the situation if he was, you know, of age? And not taking away his age, because again, that was fucking wrong, totally wrong. It's a lot of men that do this, you know, on purpose. Like they'll find out that you know, after you find out how old a person is, if it takes you 2 months to find out that a person is not the age that they are, then that's something on you that you need to question within yourself. Because if you're not worried about nobody's age, you should be worried about that. Whenever, because of the times that we got going on right now, and because baby, here in Arkansas, they arresting these YT men like crazy because they on here on these chats talking to 15-year-olds, and they know that they're 15-year-olds. They know it. They fucking know it. And the thing is that even if they don't know it, once they find out, they still don't stop talking to them. They still keep talking to them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to be careful nowadays with that. Even us women, we don't know these little young boys. They be 18, 19 years old or 17 years old. They be looking like they 30. Do you hear me? I had one young man trying to talk to me up in the store. I looked at him like, oh, no, sir. No, sir. I asked him, are you able to buy cigarettes? Are you able to buy liquor? He was like, I don't know. I just turned 20. Oh, no. I got a niece. Look, give me your number because I got a niece. This is her picture right here. Look, ain't she cute? She real cute. You know what I'm saying? I hook you up with her. I can't do nothing with you, baby. If you can't buy no liquor, and if you ain't older than my oldest child, I can't do shit with you. I'm sorry. I can't. You know what I'm saying? So nowadays, without you, especially with you doing anything, you have to ask people and verify. Just like when y'all doing stuff with people, a lot of y'all, this is like y'all out there Russian rouletting with your bodies and shit. You know what I'm saying? You like a nigga, you like a girl, and you just I want to stick my thing up in it. You know, or get you some. So you got to be just like how you are careful, because that lets me know you ain't careful with your thing. You sticking it there. You ain't careful with your eye because you're sticking it there. You have to be due diligent even when you're sitting here and you're getting to, because look, they spreading the package around all the time, y'all. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mean to go off on a tangent on y'all. Go ahead and finish up, TK. I do apologize.
Oh no, you
I was like,
good.
oh Lord, she went on a tangent, Jesus.
Nah, you good. But no, like I said, I hate that she unalived him. She could have just pewed him in the ass or something, took out both kneecaps or something, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But like to take that, take his life, and just had him arrested and publicly humiliated for the rest of his life would have been just as well, better for me. But it's like now, when she's here, she couldn't protect her. Now she's pretty much out there left for the wolves because her mom's not there now. So it's just like, what's going to happen to this young girl now? If she's going to get better or if she's going to get worse?
Right.
And will more grown men be subject to try her? It's just sad because, like you said, when 13-year-olds, everybody didn't go through that. I wasn't fast at 13, but I was built like a grown woman, and a 21-year-old tried to try me, and he knew my age. These men out here do not care. That's why they have the age of consent. I believe if the age of consent was lower to 12, these grown-ass men would try to talk to a 12-year-old because by law they can talk to a 12-year-old. Like, they are really predatory out here, and it's so sad for these girls. And then you have women that a lot of women won't protect these young girls out here because they want to blame the young girls, knowing how our minds was when we were their age. We can't do that. We gotta stop doing that.
Yeah. Well, thank you, TK. I appreciate you, baby.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
No problem, beautiful. All right. Peaches React. Hey, beautiful. Hey.
So, I agree with basically everybody that has came on so far, and I was gonna say what the young lady before me just said. Like, this lady was so worried about her daughter and trying to protect her that now she can't protect her. Like, she just made it worse because now you're gonna be in prison and your daughter is out here just open for the world, and you're no longer there to protect her. And what I think, just from like based on the story, the way that she, pew-pewed him when he was on his way out, I think she was tired. She probably had a long day at work, and I think her daughter must have been like acting bad for so long that it was like she just was over it. It was a heat of the moment, and she took out all of it on this young man. That, yeah, he was wrong. He shouldn't be in nobody's house at 1 a.m, but it didn't call for him to lose his life because now she's gonna go to prison for however many years. This young man is now gone.
Peaches, they say they can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, I think they can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I was saying, like, so the mom is now gone, right? It was all over a heat of the moment. I think she was overwhelmed. She had a lot of pressure. This daughter was causing her a lot of problems. And the fact that she did it when he was already on his way out just speaks like, okay, it was a heat of the moment. Like, she just was fed up. She was done. And now she can't protect her daughter. So she did this to protect her daughter, and it backfired because now she can't protect her daughter. Not only that, she's going to be in prison for however many years. And this young man's gone, right? He'll never, get married and have children and all of that. This was obviously something he probably would have learned from if she would have just cussed him out or just, scared him.
Mm-hmm.
But now this young girl is she's fine. She has no repercussions. She's going to grow up and live her life. And these two people's lives have changed forever. And I'm not putting the blame on the child. She's 13. At 13, we don't really know what we're doing, but it sucks because she's the middle. None of this would have happened if she wouldn't have brought everybody together, and if that boy wouldn't have came in that house. Yeah. But it's a sad situation because the only person that gets out of this good is her. The mom's gonna go to prison. These people lost their son. The parents of this young man, they lost their son, and it's a loss. And now who's gonna protect your daughter? You were so worried about her, trying to protect her, and now you did the total opposite. Now you can't even see her in person.
And that's the reason why she's not going to be, unfortunately, okay, because she's not going to have that protection from her mother. So everybody's going to lose in this situation.
Yeah, and it's even worse because when you when you do that to somebody from behind in the law, it's like you're it's like you're perpetrating, you're out there. If the person is obviously with their back towards against you, then that person was trying to get away. That person is not a threat. She didn't walk in and he was holding her down and it was against her will. That would have been different. That's okay, I understand that. But this man was already getting ready to leave. You should have just let him go, right? And did your due diligence as a parent to take your daughter's phone away and find, and what everybody said, it takes a village. It's true. Find somebody to care for her or watch her while you're at work, but not everybody has that option. But I think this comes down to a mom who was tired, had too much on her plate, and it was just like, it got to her. And it's just so unfortunate because these two people are changed forever. And the daughter, is going to live her life perfectly fine. She's going to grow up and she's going to learn from this, and she'll probably never do it again. And she's going to live a beautiful life. And these two people are affected forever. So that's my take on it. But thank you for putting me up.
No problem, beautiful.
All right.
I'll see you later. We
Okay.
finna go over there in a minute. So
Yes, I'm going to be looking out.
Okay.
Everybody have a nice day.
You too, beautiful. Thank you. All right. Love. How you doing, Love? You're next.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I think y'all gonna hate me.
No. Don't do that. Don't do that, because listen, I'm not gonna hate you, because I'm here to hear everybody's thing, and you'll be surprised with something in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So just speak from your heart. Don't, because it led you to come. So we need to hear you, okay? So I wanna encourage you. I don't want you to feel scared or nothing. I know you ain't scared, you know what I'm saying? But I know, you know what I'm saying, uncomfortable or nothing like that, okay? You good. So you go ahead, say your spiel. Give us another view out of the window. We in the house together. Let us know what's going on on that side of the window, because we can't see. You can only see that. So let us in the view.
Okay, so I'm gonna speak from the child's perspective.
Okay.
I know my mama. I know my mama rules. I know I done been caught with little boys before. I know I've been sneaking in boys in my mom's house because allegedly, I don't know how true it is, so I'm going to say allegedly, she's had prior sneak-ins with other boys other than this young man. At that point, as a mom, I should have intervened as well for the better protection for my daughter. As far as supervision, is no overnights by yourself. I don't care if I do have a job that work overnight. I'm going to drop you off. I'm going to take you with me. I'm going to take you to your grandma's house. I'm going to have a house sitter. Whatever I need to put in place to have you protected. I know you smelling yourself. I'm going to have you on depot. I'm going to have you on birth control. I'm going to have you in extra health classes. I'm going to have you at the health department. I'm going to educate you on sex. Unfortunately, because you're already interested in it. Unfortunately. When she came home, they're saying that this lady had cameras in her house. So it should have been treated as any other episode. Don't put this baby, yes, he's wrong because of his age, but at this point, think of it as her coming and attacking another 13-year-old, unfortunately. Or a 14-year-old.
And that's what I said earlier. Yeah.
Right.
Would it be different? Would y'all feel different if it was like a 14 or 16-year-old? You know,
because you still would be, it would be wrong. Mm-hmm. It would just be two teenagers acting on their impulses or whatever the case may be, and she shot after the fact. Now, they're saying she had cameras, she was alerted, that's what made her come home from her date or whatever, and she automatically
she was on a date. See,
I'm not sure.
That's what a discrepancy I'm trying to figure out, and I'm gonna find that part out for y'all. I'm gonna do some more research later on, but because some people were saying that she was at work, some people were saying she was on a date, she was out with her friends or something, and she came and she, like you said, got an alert
Right.
that something was going on. So we don't know exactly what, where she was. So again, we'll say allegedly for that, because
Allegedly.
we
I'm not
don't,
sure.
you know what I'm
Right.
saying? For the people in the chat, because if with anybody, because we don't want nobody to feel like, we're just discussing the scenario. We don't know these people.
Right.
We're, like Love said,
I'm
speaking
not even
from,
going to speak on where she was. I'm just speaking
right,
to the fact of the alert at 1:48 at 1:00 a.m. and you got home at 1:40 a.m. So now, unfortunately, we're talking about premeditation. You knew someone was in your house. You didn't know the age, unfortunately, of this man at the time. You just was coming to act on your teenage daughter disobeying you, acting out with another little boy. That's how I take it. So I feel like she was wrong, the mom, A, and B, so was the daughter. The boy, yes, he was wrong, but unfortunately, his wrong don't matter now. His wrong don't matter because he's gone. In a way, even if she did catch him, the way she still pewed him, that's still premeditation, unfortunately. Even if she would have came in off the bat shooting in the pewing in the air, sorry for saying that word. If she would have came in pewing in the air, it's still premeditated because you got the alert and you got cameras in your house, so you knew it was this male figure in your house. So I just wanted to say that part. I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like that baby should have had other precautions. It's not no camera as no babysitter, clearly.
right.
You should have let it real.
Robin, hold on. Thank you, love. I appreciate you for your insight. Thank you so much. Hold on. We're gonna take a break real quick. Robin, when you be putting all caps in the chat, it make me feel like you hollering at me. And maybe maybe you need glasses, because some people be like, I have to put the words in there so I can see. Maybe that's the thing where it's just all caps anyway. But yeah, I'm just over here. I'm not taking no sides. So when I speak and I say certain things, it's only to ask questions like, oh, I didn't know that, or oh, this happened. So again, when you put the all caps like that, it make me feel like you screaming at me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I know that. I understand it, but I just want to let y'all know that uh and I get it. I understand what you're saying, but y'all you might not agree with I told y'all not gonna agree with everybody that come up here. So I don't think she said too much wrong, but I understand y'all disagree with certain little points and things, so that's understandable. You want to come and rebuttal, friend, you can come up. Okay, so I just want to say that real quick. Hey y'all, we got 270 people in here and we still ain't at 200K likes yet. So if y'all can, please, pretty please, with sugar on top, can y'all tap the screen? Also, we almost done with the gift goal up here. I need one more money gun, guys. And I'm gonna start the goal over again, a new one. And we're gonna go there. That's it. That's all. Somebody want to send me a lion. I mean, what is that? A baby lion. Then that would be great too. That's my I need that for my gift gallery. Okay. All right. So we got the next person.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me good?
I can. We can hear. Hold on. Let me see if the chat. Y'all can hear it good. Chat. Let us know if you can hear it good. Put a 1 in the chat. Okay. You're good. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm kind of nervous, but
Okay.
So I'm a teenager myself from Memphis, and I can say that this happens all the time and it gets normalized, which it shouldn't. So I feel like nobody here is in the right because, just sneaking in somewhere in general is dangerous. And then, as a mother, if you know that your child has had previous things, maybe it should be when you're out, you should, like somebody said, maybe drop her off at a family member's or, just have extra precaution. And you know, I'm not saying that the mother is wrong, because I know that my mother would try to protect me at the best. When I even try, she would protect me at the best way possible. But I feel like it was better ways to handle the situation, because now that who knows how long the mother is going to get in jail, and the boy is dead. And now let's just say you don't have a great family support system for your child. Now your child may even have to go to foster care, and who knows how bad it can escalate from that. So I feel like I'm not blaming nobody, because everybody played a wrong part in the situation. So, and I personally know this girl. We went to school together, and as I can say, it has been previous situations, but it never has gotten this far. Such as, lying about her age. And I'm not putting the blame on anyone, because I know as a teenage girl, you can feel like let's just say she feels like she doesn't have the love, and that's how she needs to get love. So I feel like it's nobody to put the blame on, because everybody played a wrong in the situation. But I do feel like it could have been handled differently, because who knows how it's going to get handled now. But I really, my condolences for everyone, because it's a lot going to go on, because even though she might have been, she's trying to protect her daughter, she's still, unalive someone. So, but
Well, listen, baby girl. First of all, let me give you your flowers, Niecy Pooh. You have a good head on your shoulder. You keep doing
thank you
what
so
you
much.
do. Do you hear me? I love to hear my nieces Poohs talk. Like, I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say, but keep doing what, because everything you said, baby girl, there's nothing for me to say but to give you your flowers. And I don't know if you need to hear. I don't know why you need to hear this, but he telling me to give this to you. You are going to, whatever you put your mind to, you gonna do it. So whatever you got going on right now that you trying to do, and it might be a little slow right now, keep doing it.
Thank
Keep
you so
doing
much.
it, because you got it, baby. And
Thank
thank
you.
you. I appreciate that. That
Because
was
I just feel like, I feel like it could have definitely been handled differently. But at the same time, I know my mama would take the extreme to protect me, my siblings,
right.
everybody that, just because that's just, you don't want your daughter to go. Like, I don't even know, how the mother has went through, but as being from Memphis myself, it's a lot that goes on with, mothers, and you'll fall out with your mom, and you just feel like you don't have anyone. So that might have happened to the mother. And and even as, like, just me being a teenager myself, my mama has always taught to me that she's going to be strict on me, because she wants the best for me, and she doesn't want anything to happen to me, just especially in Memphis in general. Like I said, it is normalized for these older men to talk to younger girls.
It is, and
It's really normalized.
I understand what you listen. Sometimes as a teenager, we don't understand what our parents are doing, but y'all have you can look through your friends and your colleagues and your peers and stuff and see, like,
Yes,
ooh, well,
ma'am.
my mama do care about me, because I see some people, mama don't even care where they be at, don't care what they
Yes,
do
ma'am.
or whatever. So when sometimes when those situations when you want to do something and your mama say, no, I don't think that'll be a good thing. Just, I'm telling you, listen to her, because I listen to listen to my mama now. I be like, Mama, this. She's like, that person right there ain't no good. And every time my mama then told me somebody ain't no good, she has been 100% right. Do you hear me? She 10 for 10.
Yes, she has.
She 10 for 10. So, but you keep doing what you doing, and learning the things that you learning, because you're a sponge right now. You soaking in knowledge and things, and you're very knowledgeable, and I'll give you that, very mature. And this is the thing: don't let them old folks try to get you get you a nice young nerd and go on about your
Yes,
business.
ma'am.
Okay, all right.
Yes, ma'am. Thank y'all so much.
No problem, beautiful. And I'm gonna follow you just because.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna follow you, and I appreciate you coming up.
Thank you so much.
No problem, beautiful. You have a good day.
You too. Everyone on here too.
All right, Miss Bling Bling by a G. What?
It's
How
just
is it?
Angie. It's spelled funny.
Angie. Ah,
Yeah.
okay, Angie.
Yep. Hey everyone. Thank you so
Hey,
much for letting
Angie.
me up here.
No problem.
Yeah, and tell her heavy on just get a nerd your age.
You can mold them how you want to. You
Right,
can mold them
yeah.
into a thug, back to a nerd, back to whatever you want to.
Ooh,
Okay, just get him when he young. Don't get that
right,
nerd when he old, cause that mother
right.
crazy when they get old.
So,
Get you a nerd.
right, that's what you need. Love came up here and she did a great job. She talked about something that I was gonna bring up as well.
Okay. Okay.
But I do want to say this. So it's not something where I can choose, a side on who was right and who was wrong. It's hard to do that with this case. And the reason being is because I know, and you all know, that a 20-year-old involved with a 13-year-old is automatically wrong. There's no way around that.
Right. Right.
But okay. So my thing was, did other men or boys have access to her? Like, this wasn't her first time having a guy in the home.
Well, as baby girl just said, she said she went to school with her, and she said that she have seen her with other guys.
Okay.
But I don't know if this was
Right.
a reoccurring thing with him,
Right.
or
Okay.
if it was a one-off. And to me, with the back and forth, my mind and the messages that my mind is telling me that it was him. And all of this allegedly, that it was him. She probably had caught him a couple of times. You know. You said no, ma'am, it wasn't just with him. She said no, ma'am, it wasn't just with him. And okay, so we verifying it. Okay.
So this is where my problem came in at then, because
that's not good.
I feel like this, okay? I'm a mom, right? I have a teenage daughter right now. So I look at it from this point of view. If I knew that my daughter had grown men or other boys having this much access to her in the home, it would be a problem automatically, right? So her unaliving this 20-year-old, it didn't solve anything. It didn't solve the actual problem that that we're having, because you're saying it was other people. So my thing is, why is she repeatedly vulnerable for this guy? We look at girls her age, you can be groomed. Was she looking for attention? Like, what was it that she's not receiving to where she's acting? You know what I'm saying? Acting like that this is okay. It's not at all. So I'm trying to figure out, like, as a mom, you're going to be enraged. So I get why she was protecting her daughter, right? You had no other choice but to do, what you felt was necessary. But I'm looking at it like you just left with more trauma or, more guilt for your own child. So that was my main concern, was like, what steps could we have taken before it got to unaliving him? Like, was it a possibility of could you have went to the police, let them know what was going on? Because he was an adult. So, were you keeping track of it? Did you take away access to, blocking certain things, accounts? And I just want to know, what other things were you going to do before it got to this point of where you had to just unalive him? And I feel like your daughter, I know we work as parents and everything, but she possibly needed more supervision, right? Like, what is she doing? She needed to be watched better. And counseling, it's so many things that I feel like could have happened before it came to the point where you just unalived him in the home. So that's really what I wanted to say.
Well, thank you so much, Bling. That's I definitely, that's another view out of the window. I didn't really think about that as well. So thank you, Shelley.
Thank you for having me up here.
No problem, beautiful. I hope you have a great day.
You too. Bye.
All right, All Over Media, it's your turn.
Good morning. Good morning. I want to say good morning to the panel. I've been listening to everyone, and both sides are wrong. As a 20-year-old young man, if you got to sneak in somebody's house, that's not a good feat. That's not a good scene. That's not a good look for you. And this young girl, she's been doing this more than once, and her mother knows it. Her mother called out on it. At some point, we always say we got to look back at the parents. And, it's a couple females that have came up and they said that, they've been young women before. We've all been young before, but they went through the same thing as young teenage women. They was, a little fast, as my mom would say. And I use my mother. She got pregnant at 13. My father was 18. But, yesterday's time is not today's time. So with that being said, You know, if we got kids out here and daughters out here, and we know that okay, they straying off, you know, the SMEX thing is on their mind now, and okay, so and we've caught them in situations like, look, you and we can't be oblivious to the fact that yo, you know, if some you we were like I said, we were teenagers, so you know if your kids is out here doing something, that's just point blank. And I'm not excusing nobody, but you know, nobody at all. But as a parent, as a single mother, you have to take the time out and be like, yo, okay. And we don't even know what the mother's past life was like. Maybe she was a little fast back in the day. You know, nobody, you know, and she probably don't want her daughter to grow up. We don't want our kids to grow up like that, you know, but there's a better way she could have went about it. She didn't have to kill that young man. She could have just simply called the police, held him at gunpoint. She, you know, everybody's, oh, you should have shot him, or, well, you know, they're on the side of the mothers. It's 2 or 3, 4 or 5 different ways that could have been handled. She didn't have to unalive that young man. And he still should be with us. Probably should be in jail, of course. Yeah, definitely that. But he still should be here, you know. And so with that being said, I just think, you know, as parents, we have to, you know, reevaluate, and we got to think about it. These kids, they got these phones, and, you know, if they're exploring, you know, it's no longer, you know, a sit down, you know, at the table, or, you know, hey, come talk to me. What's been going on in your life today? You know, with your kids, you know, they just give them a phone and they give, you know, tell them to figure it out. You know, basically that's what it's like nowadays. So, you know, that young man still should be here. The parent, she should still be here to parent her daughter, you know, to give her good advice, you know. And like I said, that wasn't that young lady's first time letting people in her mom's house. So, you know, you can't always go and look for another job if you already got a good job, or you just can't, you know, shift your whole life around. I mean, you got to put something else in place, but, you know, there's a different way things could have been handled. And I'm going to land my plane with that.
Thank you so much, all over media. That was I agree. I definitely agree with some of the things you said. Definitely agree. If you are just now coming in, recap, if you kind of read the little screen, a mother in Memphis ended up shooting this young man right here. He was under her 13-year-old daughter's bed, but she did. The 13-year-old has been sneaking multiple men into the house while she hasn't been home. And mom told her the next time that she sees somebody in her house what she was going to do. And unfortunately, this 20-year-old lost his life. And they're charging her with first-degree murder. She did allegedly. Everything is allegedly. Of course, she did plead not guilty. She will be in court Monday. She goes for arraignment Monday. Okay, so yep, that's what's going on, guys. If y'all can, please tap the screen. Let's try to get up to 300K. I'm gonna be on here for another 15 minutes, so I'm gonna try to get through the people that's up here now. And if you guys can, please, I really would appreciate it. Now, if somebody on here want to buy me lunch today, my CA is on the outside. Don't forget, we is going to Conway. I'm going to Conway today. I am in Arkansas, so I'm going to go to Streamer University. I'm finna go crash it outside of it anyway. I'm not going actually in the inside, y'all. I'm just gonna go I'm just gonna go stand outside the gate and go do some some news reporting, since I'm bringing y'all news and stuff and things or whatever. Okay, so if y'all can, please tap the screen, gift the live. If you can't, it's okay, but still tap the screen. Thank you guys for coming up, and thank you all over media for coming up as well. I'm following some of y'all back on the panel as well. Pretty girl. Hey, my pretty girl.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I really enjoyed the gentleman that just left off this live. We do need to have more men touch on on stuff like this as it pertains to our young women, our daughters. I am a mother of 4. I have 2 boys and 2 girls, 23, 20, 18, and 17. And I have a niece that used to be like this. Fast. I believe something did happen to her. What, I don't know, because she's not always honest. Sometimes she throw a lot of lies mixed in with truths. She got it, involved in sex trafficking. We do have things like this that happen to our young women, and it's not always easy to speak to a parent or aunt or a friend. Sometimes it takes an outside person to see you struggling and want to help and reach out, because it's not always easy to open up to family or someone who is familiar with you about traumas. And so I wanted to say that because maybe something did happen to her. It's not always, my sister wasn't a bad mother. She didn't have men in and out of her home in front of my niece, but my niece was fast. Again, I'm not blaming the young man. I'm not blaming the daughter, and I'm not blaming the mother. Again, I said when I first got on here, I'm on the fence because we don't have the full story. We just have what people have placed on these outlets. So with all that being said, I ain't gonna be too long. If you have to sneak in somebody's home, you shouldn't be there. But that didn't stop him from going in there and entertaining. Why go through the back door, not the front? Red flag. So everybody was wrong. Now this young lady has to live with the fact that you invited somebody after your mother done told you what she was gonna do and you didn't believe her. Now this mother is facing prison time and somebody has lost their son. I tell both my boys, I don't care what color you is, if this child is at home with their parent, the parent needs to know. I need to know. And again, my boys are young men. They ain't little bitty boys. They 20 and 18, finna be 19 next month. They in college now. We just had to talk about dorms. The colleges they are at, their dorms are not co-ed. No means no. Even if you in the middle of it. If she say stop, you get your behind up. Why? Because that is still considered rape. So that's it. I just wanted to give my intake on that because maybe that young lady was going through some stuff and didn't have anybody to talk to.
Okay. And grape. Next time, let's say grape because they be tripping. They be tripping.
Great. Okay.
No, you okay. You good. Thank you so much, Pretty, for your insight. I appreciate that. You definitely brought some other things that we didn't think about to the table. So yeah, I definitely appreciate you, beautiful. Thank you so much. And hold on, let me see. Listen, this is what I need for y'all to do. Those little hearts that I just put up, I need everybody to get, if I can get everybody to give one of those little, just one. You don't have to give a whole bunch of them. If everybody can just do one. Okay, that's the flash goal. It's a flash goal that TikTok just gave us because we didn't held a few people. So it's a flash goal for 13 minutes. And right now we had 8 people. We need 40 people to hit the little heart. Just one. You don't have to do 2 or 3. You can just do one. Okay. Right now we got 12 people that done it. We need what? 20. We need 25 more people. We need 25 more people to hit that little heart one. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. All right, next up, we got Miss Fly to China. Hi, beautiful.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your take on this situation?
Well, firstly, I hear a lot of people saying that she was fast. A lot of people did point to the fact that she may have gone through something, but this is something that people often say to young girls who end up in this situation, their focus is that she was fast. She's a child, and children have to be protected regardless to whatever. Like they have to be some children set fire. Some children are bad in school, but they have to be protected. She's a child. Then I hear a lot of people saying that that he didn't know. I'm 22 years old, and I could tell you firsthand there are indicators that somebody is a child. He was a 20-year-old man. He knew that wasn't no woman. He knew that was a girl. That is a little girl. Okay. Then I hear a lot of people talking about mom. We don't know what her situation was. She was a single mother. How dare we sit up here and try to judge a single mother providing for her family? She's trying to provide for her family. Do I think that this situation that she could have dealt with it better? I do. I do think she could have dealt with it better, but there's a bunch of things that in life that we can deal with better. Somebody said hindsight is 20/20, and I 100% agree. That 20-year-old man had no business being under that little girl bed, sneaking in that woman's house and hiding under that little girl bed. Why are you hiding under her bed if you're not under the impression that she was a child, right? And he looks 20. He looks 20. I heard you ask earlier if we would have had a different perspective if he was younger, but yes, we don't defend predators. Yes, I would, because we don't. He's a predator at the end of the day. The situation is different, so the perspective is going to be different.
She's 13. He's not a predator.
He's 20. He's 20.
She snuck
He is
him
a
in the
predator.
house.
She's 20. He's 20. She's 13. That's a predator. I'm 22. You think I'm running around not looking at 8th graders? Because that's not even high school yet. High school is 14. She's 13. That's a predator. That's a predator. That's what that is. We need to protect our community. We need to protect our children. That's it. That's all I had to say about it.
Well, yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Fly to China. She said what she said, and I agree. I agree with everything that you said. We're gonna mute. Hey, I know some people just came up. If y'all can, please make sure you mute up. And we do one at a time up here. We don't just break off. And if you do disagree with someone, I'll give you time to rebuttal or whatever. Once you get there, I'll pull you up a little bit so that you can. But again, we try to go one by one. That's so I can, we can hear everybody's, because I don't have a particular side in this situation. I just wanted to hear from y'all because I understand the situation, and with the age difference, of course, that don't sit well with me at all. But I just feel like I don't know if she had to just do all of that. She could have, her pum and them. Hey, I get it. So, but I just wanted to know what you guys think, because I know some people feel like she's just wrong, and then some people feel like she's right. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm doing this panel. So just kind of give you guys a little overview of what's going on. We got a few more minutes. So I'm gonna get the rest of the people on the panel. And then I'm going to do a reset, because I do need to go get me something to eat. It is almost lunchtime. And thank you to whoever sent me the $5. I appreciate you, beautiful, so much for contributing to my lunch. I appreciate you guys so much. And again, if you can, just tap the screen, engage with the live. Let's try to get up to 300K. Miss Robin, I think she...
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Miss Robin. Hey.
Okay, I'm sorry for earlier when I was typing in caps. I was just really mad at what
No,
they were
you
saying.
okay? I just, it's okay. I be being funny too, so don't be paying me no attention. TT be being funny and stuff too. And you are okay. This is a safe space, y'all. I just be over here laughing. Even if we disagree or agree, I want you to know you know what I'm saying? It's cool beans over here. We gonna laugh and cajito afterwards. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah. So go ahead, boom, boom. You got it.
Okay, I feel like the mom did the right thing. I'm not gonna lie. He was walking away. She did it behind his back. But at the end of the day, That's another PDF out of the world. She probably saved so many little girls in that neighborhood that didn't even know they need saving. And personally, I'm 20. I'm his age. That's a sophomore or a junior in college. This girl 13. She's not even in high school. She a middle schooler. I'm not looking at no 13-year-old and thinking, oh yeah, he look good, she look good. Da-da-da-da. No, that's weird. That's a predator. And you think a 20-year, whoever said that earlier, you think a 20-year-old can't be a predator? I go to a HBCU. You don't know how many times I've seen dudes here try to prey on girls who be drunk or high, crossfaded, all type of stuff. You could definitely be a predator. And if that mom didn't do what she did, he most likely would have grown up and kept doing the same thing. And you want to know why? Because a lot of these people nowadays, they don't check their sons. They want to sit there and they want to blame the girl. And yes, the mom could have did more. She could have got a babysitter for her daughter and all type of stuff because this is a regular occurrence. But like I said, like, she's 13. She don't know no better. She probably got friends that's doing the same thing, telling her, oh yeah, girl, oh, you look so fine, go get him, go lie about your age, da-da-da-da. But he 20. He know damn well that's not no 18-year-old. You can look at a 13-year-old and an 18-year-old and tell the difference. Her body not even developed. Like, come on, bro. Y'all giving him too much grace just because he a victim. He's still a predator at the end of the day. He would have went back and did the same exact thing. Like, let's be honest. And it's not assuming. I'm not assuming anything. That's how men are. Y'all don't know how to think with y'all brain. Exactly why he in that situation now, because he wasn't thinking with his brain. He was over there trying to follow that little girl in the house because he wanted something quick. And he shouldn't have been doing that. He should have been with a girl his own age. So I didn't assume nothing. He would have did the same exact thing right after he got caught. He would have went and did it to another girl. That's it.
All right, Miss Robin, thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right, Miss Lisa, you're next.
Can you hear me? I'm here.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you
I
for
want to
coming up.
say thank you for having me. I want to say let's tell the truth and shame the devil, okay? Because I had a baby when I was 16. My grandmama probably had babies when she was 13. You know, what we're talking about don't hurt. Young ladies develop way faster than young men, okay? Now, the man that I married, my daddy caught in my closet. Okay, he became my husband. He lived across the street. He was 20 years old. I was 16. Okay, and when my father said, you know what, I will put you out, Lisa. You'll be the one that's gonna have to go. He gonna live across the street at his grandmama's house, but you won't be able to live here because you're risking this man's life. You know, but I had a daddy. And a lot of people haven't talked about the fathers in this situation. A lot of young ladies don't have a daddy. You know, women forget that daddies are important in these scenarios with daughters and kids. And I have not heard one person today, one woman mention the daddy in their child's life. You know, I think those things are important, but I might have been fast. I'm 56 now with grandchildren. All of my children are adults. None of my kids are wild or crazy or in the penitentiary. But, you know, people aren't telling the truth. Girls sometimes, you know, spread legs like mustard way before they should because they're curious. They want the attention that they're getting from the young man. You know, it's not always a predatory situation. And a 20-year-old has the mind of usually a 15-year-old. Tell the truth and shame the devil. These boys are dummies half the time. These men are a little bit dumb. And, you know, they slow. And the ages is just a number. It's literally a number. Look at R. Kelly and Aaliyah. Come on now. And the parents gave that permission for that shit. People, the age of consent, somebody mentioned earlier. Come on now. It's not that everybody's a predator. It's just that they make really, really terrible mistakes. That mama could have been so angry, she could have shot her own daughter. And then we having a whole nother conversation, you know, but she did know somebody was in her house that wasn't supposed to be there. This is a terrible situation. And I can't say that everybody was wrong. The young girl was breaking her mother's rules. Her mommy should have been mad at her. You know, I can't say beat her
up or whatever, or I don't know what is allowed to say on TikTok, but whoopings aren't even allowed anymore, because if you whoop your child, then they got to call the people on you because, oh, she hit me. We don't know how much responsibility the little girl had, how grown she felt she was. We don't know how she was dressing. Everybody got their midriff out and their booty cheeks hanging out. That's not allowed in some households. So, I don't really have a point, but I do know that I might have been a little fast girl at some point. I didn't have fast daughters, and my daddy told me, he corrected me, you're going to get put out of here, so I'm out of breath.
Well, thank you, Miss Lisa. I appreciate your view out of the window. I definitely do. And I understand everything that you said. I do. And thank
Thank you
you
for
again
having
for
me.
coming up. No
I
problem.
enjoyed you. You have a great day.
You too. You too. Miss Gina, you are next.
Great day, everyone. I'm just calling because I have the view of the 13-year-old and the mother. I was not fat. Well, I was doing things at that age that I wasn't supposed to be doing. I was, sneaking out, getting picked up, all of that. And when my mama called me, see, I'm older, I got my tail whooped. So that fixed me. So when I became a mother, my daughter started to do the same thing, but now we're in different times, no whoopings. I feel the mother could have called the police just like she was coming home. I feel like she should have called the police. Meet me at the house. Somebody's in my house that's not supposed to be there. And they could have met her at the house. I live in Memphis too. So they're not playing the National Guard is here. They're trying to get crime under control. So I feel the police would have met her there. And if the girl kept giving her problems, they have residential facilities here that she could have get assigned to. So no, the man shouldn't have been in the house, but everybody say, well, protect her. She has to be protected from herself. You have to correct her. You have to teach her to love herself. She has to be protected from herself. The world is going to be there. You're going to be by yourself, with yourself forever. Teach her to love herself. And if it's not working, assign her to a facility, get her the counseling she needs, get her the education she needs to help her own self. You can't protect her from the world. You only can protect yourself from yourself. And that's with anybody. And that's all I have to say. She could have had the police meet her there. Now she is going to be locked up. She may get off. I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody was there. So I wouldn't have took that risk to leave myself. But she should have had her daughter to love her. Like, hey, this is unacceptable. We're going to get you some counseling. What's going on with you? You have to break that generation. I was that, and I was that mother. You have to curse and dig deep and see what's going on. That's all I have to say.
Well, thank you so much, Gina. I appreciate that. I appreciate your view out of the window. Thank you. Big Baddie, hello, beautiful.
Rising.
Hello.
Can everyone hear me?
We can hear you. You can turn it up just a little bit.
Okay, how's that? Y'all better?
Okay, I think they can hear you now. I'm gonna mute up.
Okay. So I feel like everybody's wrong in the situation. I just wanted to come up and kind of give a short story time on something that I experienced. So I'm a mother of 4. I have 3 boys and a girl. My oldest son, he'll be 21 next month. But at the time, he was 16. He had just turned 16. So I dealt with a situation where he was talking to this girl from school, and this girl was very developed. Remind y'all, he introduced me to her. They would go on movie dates, go to the arcade and things like that. with the permission and the supervision that was required from me at the time as his mother. So he's 16 and he brings this young lady around. And to me, I'm going, there's no way that this girl is 16. So instantly, you know, my mother instincts kick in. And so I'm asking questions. He's like, yeah, she's 16. We go to school together. I met her at school. We go to school together, you know, so on and so forth. So something just didn't sit right with me. Like I said, this girl was more developed than I am. So I knew something wasn't right. I feel like as parents, we need to pay attention. I feel like as parents, we need to teach our children what's right and what's wrong. If they don't have that guidance, then it makes it hard for them through life because they're either learning late, too late, or they're not learning these things at all. So it always starts at home is how I feel. It always starts at home, whether it's from a parent, whether it's from a sibling, an uncle, a cousin, it don't matter. It starts at home. What you're being taught it starts at home. So to make a long story short, one night I'm sleeping. Remind you, the little girl was welcomed in my home. When I was home during the day, she was never allowed to stay the night. They were never allowed in his bedroom. But you know, you can come over. Y'all can watch a movie and play games in the living room. That's cool. That's fine. So as I start doing my research, I find out that this young lady is 19. And so I was like, okay, before I could, you know, speak with my son about it, because I was up one night just kind of going through Facebook. And that's how I found out her real age. So I'm sleeping one night and I hear, in my sleep, I hear something that sounds like glass breaking. And so I wake up out of my sleep and I just have this feeling over my body that something is not right in my home. So I pull up my, you know, camera on my phone and I see someone in my backyard, but I can't tell, you know, whether it's female, male, whatever. Okay, so I'm like, let me just make sure my home is secured and let me get the police out here. So I make the phone call and, you know, before they could get there, I hear, you know, something like a window or something is breaking. So now my son is in the basement portion of the house alone. His bedroom was down there alone. And so, you know, I immediately grab my pew-pew, go into, you know, mommy mode. And so I literally that night almost unalived this little girl because she's in my home unannounced. So I go from my bedroom, you know, I'm walking through the house, securing everything. And as I get to the basement, I'm having this feeling over me, like I'm knowing that someone could possibly be in the home and that if they entered in, it was through my son's bedroom. But then something clicked and I'm like, okay, you know, what if this little girl sneaking into my home? What if nothing, you know, nothing's wrong to the point of danger, but what if it's this little girl sneaking into my home? So I put my pew-pew, you know, in my little strap and I go to the door. My son's door is locked. So I don't hear anything, you know, I don't hear no signs of struggle or anything like that. That further let me know, like, okay, yeah, this could be this little girl. I don't know. At the time, I didn't feel like my son would do such a thing, but I felt like she would because I had found messages and things like that a couple days before. And so anyways, I go into the room and I'm literally, you know, hand on my clip and ready to do what needs to be done. And so of course I go in there, it's the girl, she's fully naked or whatever. And so I immediately send my son out of the bedroom, call her parents, whatever. Okay, so during all this time, the police still are not there. So as soon as they get there, you know, I tell them like, everything's fine, blah, 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 the situation. Her parents get there. Her mom is just like, she seems zoned out, like she's just used to this. Like, this ain't the first call she's gotten about her daughter doing something like this. And so her dad, though, was livid. I mean, he was ripping her another one with words. And I can just tell, like, okay, she's done this before. Her mom seems to be one of the parents that are like, I don't know. Her mom just really gave me a wrong vibe. So I had to let them know, like, I literally went to my basement with the intentions of pewing someone because my home was invaded. I don't know. To make a long story short, we have to remember, these are still children. My son at the time, I felt like, was being groomed, and I feel like we don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand. Not only girls can be groomed, boys can be groomed as well. And I just feel like in this certain situation, that girl was probably going through some things. Whether it was at home, whether it was at school, or whatever, she was going through something, and that was her way of coping or dealing with it. Whether it was right or wrong, that was her way of coping or dealing with it. But I just feel like her mother should have been more involved. I don't know whether she was or wasn't, but as far someone spoke earlier on, put her on birth control, get her into some classes, put somebody in her life that can be there when you're not.
Right.
I think it always starts at home. We just have to pay more attention. Sometimes as parents, and I know it can be hard when you have multiple children or multiple jobs. It can be hard. I just feel like we just got to step up a little bit more.
Okay. Well, I thank you. I thank you for the story time, Big Daddy. Y'all in the chat. Y'all so rude. Y'all just be thank you, because I know you was nervous, and you was, it's nervous getting up here talking in front of a lot of people. So
I was like, I just want to let it be known that
I want to thank you for sharing that, because you probably helped somebody in the back. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was listening to that and was, being mindful. Somebody going to go check their child phone right now to make sure the girl is the good age or the boy. So it's okay. Thank you. I appreciate you, and thank you for coming up. And I'm gonna get to the.
I watch all the time, so
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, beautiful. Now come back, because y'all, we gonna be talking about once I get through with these y'all three, we coming back and we getting back on Nolan Wells case, because they think we done forgot. They think we done forgot, but we ain't forgot, okay? So we'll be back. Who is this next? And thank y'all for being so patient, ladies. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Some of y'all in the chat is red. Now y'all is red. They'll be nice. Now y'all be nice. Thank you, Lex. Lexi, you next.
Hey,
Hey, David.
I'm a little nervous. Like, this is my first time ever speaking.
See, that's what I'm saying. Everybody is nervous, Shay, y'all. Y'all be nice in the chat now. Don't do that. Be nice. Yeah, Ty, be nice now. You okay, Boom Boom. It's a safe space. Whatever you because people in here, it's everybody agreeing and disagreeing. You understand what I'm saying? So it's okay. You good. This is some good practice for you when you get ready to speak to the thousands of people gonna be in your chat.
Right. But so I'm from Memphis. I have kids now. I was raised by my grandma, oldest of 9. So my mom wasn't like in my life, but she was around. But I just wanted to say this, like, when I saw the situation had happened, I thought everyone in the situation was wrong. I'm not giving nobody grace. When that mama saw that boy walking in through her camera, she should have left work or wherever she was coming from and had the police on their way to the house. Should let the police deal with that, especially because she was already so angry. And I know my grandma, like I said, my grandma raised me. She always told me, like, she would never discipline us while she was angry, because your anger takes over and make you black out and do stuff that you really didn't mean to do at the moment. But yeah, I would have been focused on my child, been like, hey, like, why is she even doing stuff like this? Like, why is she talking to a boy this grown and sneaking him in my house? Like, she should have never harmed that boy. I think she was wrong. I think the little girl was wrong for letting the boy in, especially when you knew your mom was already upset at you about something like this before. And I'm not saying like I was a perfect teen. I was doing stuff behind my grandma's back. If I got caught, oh, trust me, my grandma, she whooped me. And if it had got to the point where it was like she just felt like she couldn't deal with it, especially when we were teens, my grandma called the police. And she would let the police come in and handle it. And if it got to a point where the police was like, hey, like, this is becoming an issue for CPS or DHS, then DHS or CPS would get involved and bring social workers in. And my grandma was big on counseling and stuff like that. And as we got older, my other siblings started to get older, that's when she really started to tap in and be like, hey, maybe I need to change things up. But that mother should have handled the situation totally different, because not only have you ruined your life, but you've potentially ruined your child's life. And I'm not going to call the little girl fast, because I get there's a lot of influences around a child her age. Friends, internet. I mean, she could have older cousins around her. She might be the baby. She might be saying, oh, I want to be like her when I get older. It might be doing that right now. So yeah, it's a lot. I'm not saying she was right. She was wrong. She knows better. At her age, she knows right from wrong. She knew she wasn't supposed to bring that boy in. And for that boy, he should still be here. You know, if I was the mama, call the police. The police is gonna take care of it. I mean, you could have went and been like, hey, I want to file statutory rape charges against this boy because he's messing with my daughter. And then behind the scenes, you be trying to deal with your daughter.
I agree.
Right.
Well, Lexi, I think you did good. You sounded good. You was breathing good. You did. You articulated yourself very well. So you did. You made some good points. Yes, Big Baddie. You made some. The influence is very strong now. It can sometimes outparent you. You know.
So, social media wasn't as big as it was when I was growing up, and I'm really grateful for that, because like
yeah.
It's a lot. Like I can see it through my younger siblings. Like it really affects them, how they feel about themselves, how they want to project themselves and be seen and stuff. So
yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank y'all for listening.
No problem, Lexi. Thank you so much. All right, Pretty T.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, beautiful?
Fine, thank you for having me.
No problem.
Okay, this is just an opinion. My thing is, why pow him in the back of the head? I know she was angry, but I would have jumped on my daughter. I'm serious. I mean, that frustration and anger would have went towards my daughter, and I would have called the police on him. I wouldn't have, popped that boy in the head, back of the head, for real. I mean, she let him get outside. They always say, keep him inside and do what you have to do. But you let him get outside, that's not a stand your ground. I mean, it's just sad. It's sad. I mean, I can understand a lady being frustrated, but she's frustrated because of her daughter. Because her daughter continue to bring guys and, boys into the house. And the daughter got you frustrated. But it's not for her to take that man's life. I'm serious. I would have called the police. I think that's where she messed up. That's where she messed up. She has all the right to be angry. But I'm serious. Man, look at here. Like I always say, cast that spell or go to jail. Yeah. I would have put her in like a little group home or something. But my daughter know better. They know my fist will be upside their head. I don't care about no DCF. You're not gonna No. She just took this boy life. He looked like a kid to me. Like a little boy. He looked like, some of these boys are slow. I remember my son, he was caught in his girlfriend's house. Them Jamaicans beat the hell out of their daughter. The auntie jumped on her and everything. And they were the same age. Cordine and him was the same age. I would have put hands on my daughter. Called the police on him. Police would have met me at the house.
Yeah.
But my daughter's scared of me. She wouldn't have never tried me like that anyway. Maybe outside, but not in my house. They scared because they know I'm crazy anyway.
Pretty T, that must have been the reason why I followed you. I'm gonna keep you close to me because I like the crazy.
I just want to piggyback off
Right.
of Miss Pretty T.
Okay, hold on. Don't just
No,
because you my child, don't mean
No,
you
I
got to
want
wait
to
till
agree
she.
with Miss Pretty T.
Okay,
'cause
well let her land her plane and then you can talk. You gonna end the live, friend.
she like y'all. She like you because she do the same thing. That's what I want to.
This ain't about us. You supposed to be coming up here and talking about the topic.
I just wanted to tell Miss Pretty T why she agree. Why you agree with her so much.
I agree with everybody. I don't. I'm up here agreeing with everybody. See how your child come in and bring you.
I'm listening. I just had to let you know.
Yes,
you ain't the only one. I promise.
I just feel so sorry for his mom. I feel sorry for his mother, though. I feel so bad for his mom, though. I feel so sorry. And he's so little and so cute. He's so cute little boy. I feel.
Yeah. I know Pretty.
His mom.
I
feel sorry for her too, though.
Thank you for your view out of the window because you had some good points to
All right,
that too as well. I appreciate you. Okay, hold on. Let me. All right, so my.
No, I just want to tell her she was spot on, child. She just sound like somebody I know. Anywho. But no, that mama definitely was wrong. If you seen the fact that boy was on the camera, like the young lady Miss Lex said, and she did speak. I don't know why she's scared, but she should have had the police on the way while you was on the way. If you wanted to eradicate the situation that bad, there was no reason why. And like she said, there was no reason why you should have shot him outside of the house. If you want to do something to it, Lord forgive me, pistol whip the boy and send him on by his way if you that mad. But your daughter opened the door and you seen that she let him in. So yeah, no, that's not right. Yeah, my mama would have jacked me up first. She'd have grabbed me by the collar of that shirt. And you can get day. And you can have a good day, little boy. Quick.
Go on about your business. And I'm gonna handle you later. You gonna
Miss Franny, the cameras were in the house. That's how she knew that the young man was there.
His door would have been knocked on Monday morning. I promise you, they would have been clinking his ass up. She'd have been in jail at the house, and he'd have been in the real jail. That's how it would have been. Pretty much.
Yeah, she was definitely wrong. And now
I feel like she was, like I said, I think it was a little too much. Now her pum if she would have, you know what I'm saying? I don't
believe that was a bit much. That the pew was a bit much. Like I said, if you wanted to hit him with it, one good across the head, I say, hey, that's your business. But you wanted to take your frustration out, and you seen another target. Of course, you didn't want to take it out on your baby, but you should know your child. And if you know this has been an occurring problem, like you said, it's other ways to handle it. Like you said, get that baby some help. It's a lot of therapy that's around. See what's going on. What's wrong with her. I know sometimes in our community it's not normal to talk and see, but we have to make that normal, But yeah, you gotta learn how to balance it. We got a gentle parent, and we also have to Bernie Mac.
Mm-hmm. Old school.
I need you to talk. I need you to let me know so we can find a solution. That at first we're gonna work on your solution and how you want to do it first. We're gonna work on my solution, and if yours don't work, and then that we're gonna figure it out from there. But she did act on impulsiveness, And now I don't think she ruined 2 lives. I think she ruined 3. Three. She finna go to jail either for the rest of her life or a long period of time. The baby is now free to do whatever she wants to do with all the traumatic experiences that she has experienced at 13 thus far. So now the traumatic experiences may continue unless she got somebody in the family that's gonna put a rein on her. But once you have those experiences as a kid, it does change you. And now it's gonna be even harder to harness the emotions and the processing that she had to take in her mind. And now it's a young man gone because of an impulsive act, and now his parents have to deal with everything that come behind that. So
Well, she's gonna have to deal with it too, because she's gonna have to deal with the fact that she's the reason why.
She gonna have to go through the mental.
She's not all of the reason why, because he came over there. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, but
you know,
she has her. It's accountability at the end of the day. Yeah, regardless of age, you're going to have to take accountability. If I did not do this, and it's going to be a hard pill to swallow, if I did not tell him to come over here, and she probably didn't know that her mama had the cameras, we don't know. But if I did not take this course of action, the reaction wouldn't have not even been a factor of the issue. So yes, at 13, that's a hard thing to process. But we have to learn how to show these kids what accountability means. And it's not always disciplining them in a way. You have to say it to them and say, and break it down to them and say, now you did this and did this. Now what makes you think that you will have a different reaction? You got to these kids these days do not have the level of critical thinking and cognitive dissonance that allows them to work through issues in their head, because they are just, you need to do this, instead of making them work through it. So everybody played a part in it. I don't feel like nobody is more at fault. And if we have to, I don't feel like it's a way to place fault on anybody. Everybody got a place in it, because had she not called him over there, her mama wouldn't have seen it, and she wouldn't have did that. Whatever going on at home has a factor in why she's acting like this, but at the same time, the mother is gonna have to take it. It is what it is, because at some point you had to be allowing some type of behavior that made her feel, so it's just like, we don't know all the standpoints, all the focal points of the real situation. We just seeing the back end of it and trying to piece it together. But at the end of the day, we have to be mindful of the things that we show our kids. We have to be mindful of the things that we allow our kids to indulge in. We do have to give them a sense of freedom and option, so that they know that how to handle those, how to handle that, just knowing how to navigate through life and being able to do that. But it's more of, like she said, these kids are very much influenced, and yeah, you can be their friend, but you also have to be, I'm trying to, for better worse words, you gotta keep that collar. You gotta keep that hand up under that collar. Walk them down, okay? Walk them down, but still let them know that it's love, and we here, and it's support, and you have an option, you have a voice. But I'm also gonna be your voice until you can't, until you can be the voice that you need to be. But we just got to be more involved. We have to talk to our kids more. Don't be afraid of therapy. I know it's scary. I know that it is a dark cloud over our community, but we gotta be we gotta hold our kids more. We see what they want. Ask them what it is, in they terms that they need. Because maybe if there was a conversation that was had ahead of time, it may have been a different impact. But we just got to try to catch things, or at least be more proactive when dealing with, especially I feel like Black females when they come up in a young age. And like she said, we don't want to call that baby fast. We don't know what she's been through. We don't know if she had been going through a situation of things that I can't say. I don't know all the technicalities of this TikTok stuff. So I'm trying to keep my words clear. But we just got to be more proactive. I think that it's a sad situation. She didn't have to shoot that boy. He was, and like she said, these boys grow up a little slower than the girls. Unfortunately, some of them, and but you know,
I think it's all the younger generation because, you know, that's just
excuses for who? It's no excuses. I said everybody was accountable, need to be held accountable.
Yeah,
the girl shouldn't have brought him over there. The mama shouldn't have shot him. He should have had the police on the way, because that way he'd have been took to jail. I think it was already an element of surprise. Tell them, I don't want no lights, no nothing. I want y'all to meet me when I get there so we all can walk in. I said the boy shouldn't have went over there. Had he not went over there, he wouldn't have got. He wouldn't have got. No, I'm telling him.
I think you're not understanding what she's saying. Again, you don't. I want you to tread lightly, because one,
no, they don't have to tread lightly. It's okay.
You don't know what. Hey. Okay, so don't do that. So what we're saying is that, again, I think everybody can agree that everybody is wrong. I understand that your vocal point is the fact that he is 20 and that he shouldn't have been messing with her anyway. I think a lot of us agree. I think damn near majority of us agree with that as well. That's not the intake about it. Now, I understand that you may feel like she should not be punished for that, but by law, and if we're looking at logically, if the person is walking away, you know what I'm saying, and their back is turned and the threat is not over, they're no longer anymore, a threat. Then that's where the logical part comes. Emotionally, if you feel like fuck it, he shouldn't have been there, that's what I'm a type of do, then the consequence to that is that you may end up in jail, not maybe for the rest of your life, or maybe for 10 years, because they feel like, oh, they may take this in consideration, that the fact that he was in there, you know what I'm saying? You saying you talking about the mama. Okay. You said you're not talking about the mama. Who you talking about? You talking about the I didn't say you was talking about the mama. I'm saying just period. I'm saying period. I think you're talking about the fact that he was just the age thing. You're saying the daughter?
I don't in no time that I feel that I feel sorry. I'm saying that everybody is going to be affected in it, and that's that. But the whole point of it was, had the daughter not told him it was okay, I don't think that he would have came. He should have been talking to her anyway.
Yeah,
we don't know whether or not. We don't know whether, again, and like I said, we don't know the whole situation. Right. We don't know if she would told him. She looked 13 to me.
She do.
But hey, a lot of people think I'm younger than what I look like.
Same.
So I'm not saying that I feel sorry. It's okay. I don't know. I'm not saying that I feel sorry for him. I said it's a sad situation. They all put themselves in this situation.
Yeah.
The daughter called him over there. He went on his own accord. You got what you got. She, like I said, me personally, I don't think I would have, you know, but I sure would have clinked out of pow. I'm talking about he'd have been knotted up when he left. He'd have thought about going to somebody else's house after that. I'm telling you that. That's what I can say for me. I don't want you to, but I don't want you to not be here no more. I want you to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
The psychological triggers, threats,
I'd have psychologically triggered him not to walk in nobody else's house after he felt that ass.
Hey, and
It wouldn't have
those
been.
are,
He wouldn't. I wouldn't have shot him with it.
and those I know
I mean,
somebody
I
is
wouldn't have
saying
pew
that
pew with it.
they can't feel sorry for him, and then some people say they do feel sorry for him. I'm gonna say this: everybody that day
I
made a
said
bad
it's a sad
decision.
situation.
Everybody that day made a bad decision.
There you go.
Everybody. He made a bad decision by taking his ass over there. She made a bad decision by steady letting people, because I just had somebody over here that's from Memphis that knows her, that went to school with her, and they said when they was in school with her, she was doing this when she was in school as well. The mama was
I don't know that.
the mama was fed up, and in reports, if y'all go look on Facebook and you go in them comments and you
Cordell,
look
come
in
up
there,
and say it so they can hear you clearly. I'm gonna drop down so we can. Yes, all in all, Miss Ty, accountability on everybody's part needs to be taken. The little girl shouldn't have called him over there. He shouldn't have went, and none of this situation would have occurred. Simple. I know it's not exactly.
everybody made a bad decision.
I know I make things. I talk in a very black and white tone, so I know a lot of people not used to that, and that just is what it is. But accountability is it had everybody made a different decision that night. No, and I'm pretty sure it went through their minds like, "Oh, I shouldn't be doing this," or "Oh," because I know I get gut feelings when I know I'm doing stuff I don't have no business doing, and I just do it anyway. And I know that gut feeling be like, no, and I shouldn't do it, but I go ahead. But like she said, if everybody had made a different decision that night, 3 lives wouldn't have been lost. And that's what I say. I don't think I'm sad that he's gone, because I hate for anybody to lose their life, truthfully, especially in a tragic way. If it's not a natural cause of I don't know what words I can say on here. But at the end of the day, if everybody's gonna have to take accountability for their part, and that's all. So
and it's super sad all the way around. It's just sad that everybody, because a mother has lost their child, and she didn't, she's a mother to other kids as well, so she done lost her access to her other kids. This baby, then we don't know if she gonna lose her mind next. You know what I'm saying? So it's he gone. Everybody had an accountability to take in this situation when it happened, unfortunately. And like I said before, I'm more just did this live to hear what everybody had to say, because I was hearing some people that said that she was completely wrong, and then I was hearing some people were saying that she was right. So I just again, I'm not on any side. I'm just on the side of everybody did something wrong in this situation. Unfortunately, everybody had a bad decision in this situation. We needed somebody to be a little bit more who is this? Marky Jr. Who the hell is this? I don't know you. Somebody trying to battle with me. But yeah, so again, I thank y'all for coming on. We had a really good live. We've been on here for almost 3 hours now. So I appreciate everybody that has done the gifts and things. Now, when I come back, definitely a teachable moment. Definitely a teachable moment for everybody. Definitely a teachable moment for everybody. Again, I think everybody made a bad decision in this situation. We can probably all agree on that. Everybody did. So, and Tanya, I get it. I understand. Everybody has their their take on it. But like I said, I just think everybody was wrong in this situation. They were. Absolutely. Did it garner that much of a punishment for him, for his life to be taken? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It did not. Now, would he should have been in jail and did some time for messing with underage girl? Absolutely. Absolutely. But if that's the case, then we're gonna be unaliving a lot of people that you know. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? So, and not to justify anything, I'm just putting that out there that, like I said, everybody is wrong in this situation. She let him in the house. He came over there. He could have not came. She could have not let him in the house. And mama could have just called the police instead of, or shot him in the leg. She could have still shoot him. I ain't prone to a not shooting him. You understand what I'm saying? He'd have been in the leg. He damn sure would have had a permanent limp fucking with me. Do you hear me? Oh yeah, he'd have had a permanent limp. You'd have made sure. You'd have been checking ID. You'd have been like the corner store or at the gas station. You'd have been checking ID anytime somebody tried to talk to you. I promise you, because that bullet would have been right in your thigh. You hear me? It would have been right. It wouldn't have been in that was merch. That's the part where I'm like, I'm a little. I was with you at first, friend, but damn. Hey, y'all better, I'm gonna tell y'all is, it's a lot of people out, as y'all can see in the chat, it's a lot of people that said she was not wrong. Don't you dare, I'm just letting you know, don't go up in nobody's house up in there, because baby, you going that way, friend. You know what I'm saying? You better call it for, I wouldn't be going up in nobody's house, period, unannounced. I don't like that. If I got to go over your house and you got a roommate or you stay with somebody else or we go, No. That's a no. I'm trying to tell you. Nowadays, you young folks, y'all better not be out here going over just all willy-nilly going over folks' house. You gonna fuck around and be in a damn a trafficking house or something. You don't know what the hell you in. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful, Lord Jesus. But I'm praying for the family. I'm praying for everybody. Just, I'm gonna say this. I'm praying for everybody in the situation as far as like, a mother losing their child. At the end of the day, that's, now some of the shit that he was doing may have been suspect, but I don't think it was enough to where this should have been his outcome of that. You understand what I'm saying? Jail definitely is a good start. You know what I'm saying? But I just didn't think this right here was, So just you saying that they came through the back door, then have them come through the back door. Yeah, it's again, everybody is at fault in this situation, y'all. So listen, guys, I'm finna get ready because I'm going to Streamer U in a few hours. I'm going up there to go give y'all about an hour's worth of content there. So and yeah, I'm gonna do about an hour worth of content out there in Conway because I'm very close by. Nolan Wells, I will be talking about him. I'm probably gonna come back on here around 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's probably gonna be like 4:30, around 4ish, and we're gonna do the Nolan Wells live again. Y'all know we got to keep his name irrelevant. Y'all know it's finna be a lot of stuff that's finna be coming up and coming out. If y'all do see some new information that y'all want me to talk about on the live, I need y'all to inbox it to me, send it to me, because I'm gonna be checking my inboxes and things. Okay, I got a couple of videos that people have sent me that I want to show you guys just for context of what we're going to be talking about and all of that. So again, we will be talking about Nolan Wells, getting ready for the homecoming, the funeral, and everything, and possibly Monday hearing something back from maybe possibly the autopsies, the results and things of that nature. So again, y'all, we just Central Time, yes, about 4 p.m. or 4:30 p.m. in between 4 and 4:30 p.m. Central Time. And when we come back on here, we gonna be on the computer. I'm gonna be able to We got the setup together. We got the setup together. We're gonna have the Mikey Yikey. We're gonna have the heavy phones on and things. We gonna be real dealish with it, okay? All right, y'all. So thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for being on here again. Appreciate you to everybody who sent gifts and everything. Again, if you guys want to donate to the live, my CA is on the outside. My live goal is $50, but I ended up getting a $5 donation, so it's $45 now. So if you want to contribute to that, thank you. I would appreciate it. If you can't, that's all right. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for tapping the screen. We almost got to 300K, y'all. But that's okay. We good. We ain't got to get to 300K. We gonna get it next time, okay? All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one, and I'll talk to y'all later.